the microphone. With a guest.
Hey, Cass.
Yeah.
Quick question, bud, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, what, the grappling hook?
No. I mean, that's totally normal.
Okay.
Why is your elbow doing that?
Oh, you didn't get that surgery. Only 2 people in the world have the easy flow of the elbow, and one of them just has to be Bruce Willis.
What?
He's a pretty cool guy. He doesn't have any hair.
He's a little shaky these days, unfortunately.
What the hell?
You saw that horizon.
I was gonna say he doesn't have any hair. He also doesn't have a brain. But I was sorry.
It's because he saw that Horizon 2 fucking news and it blew his brain out, bro.
I can't advertise you guys if you carry on this way. This is crazy.
Okay, well, we'll just cut the first minute out.
No. We're like we're based, all right. We're like one of these people like Tim Pool, you know. We don't.
What did Zack Snyder on Geeks and Gamers? He's like, I just want to say before we start, I don't condone the show that I'm on.
That was the funniest shit ever.
Dude, his crusher. I have the block button, and I will fucking pull up my big dick block button on this guy.
Speaking of keeping it positive, so that guy that got hit by a car yesterday, he's dead.
He missed that.
I went outside and there's a policeman cleaning the road and asking questions, and the same lady was there, and I walked up to her and I was like, "Hey, do you know the person?" And she was like, "Yeah, it was my nephew. He's dead." And I went, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." And then I walked back in, took a big gulp of water, and then watched a fucking movie.
And that is the good, the bad, and the broke. Folks. Thank you for watching.
You understand that there's nowhere we can go after that, right? Like,
Cass, I'm watching your stream. Why are you trying to laugh, bro? Why are you trying to laugh?
Why are you laughing, man? Yeah.
No,
Please
look,
say dead ass.
how's it going?
Please
Look,
say dead ass.
I need to save the pod from itself. Look, we're episode 47. How did we get here?
Guys. It's been
no idea. Time. Agent 47, you could say. Wyatt over here is responsible for several tragedies in the last few months. One of them being the return of Star Wars Facts Guy.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back.
Real story.
What's up, man?
Real story, real quick before we start. So I was actually re-listening to the first pod that we did last week, and then right after I finished, the second I finished, Wyatt sends a message to the group chat going, "Hey, I think I got Tate locked in for the next pod," and I almost had a split in there. That was the most insane thing I've ever experienced in my life. But
as it was written, I had to come back from the run. So nice you had to try it twice, right?
That's
just
definitely
like
what it is. So we have socials. If you want to follow us on Twitter or Tate's TikTok, you can do it there. Go for that.
How many Star Wars facts have we been seeing the past couple weeks, my guy?
It's been a lot of Star Wars facts because obviously with Andor season 2, there's been a lot to talk about, which is really cool. It's nice when you can wake up and you actually feel excited to talk about Star Wars, which happens once a year exactly.
And now it's gone.
So it's been pretty good. 68,600 people have been studying up on the facts, so it's been pretty good.
Let's go.
Totally rising up.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I gotta ask you real quick.
Yeah.
Has your stance changed? Are you still a Google Sheets guy, or are you a Google Docs guy, or a Google Slides guy?
I'm pretty partial to the Google Docs. I'm learning Google Docs.
There you go.
I'm getting better with it. I'm very much a pen and paper kind of guy. I love to scribble on paper.
That's real, brother.
Feeling of scribbling.
You gotta get a whiteboard. That'll change your life.
I got I was scribbling like a thing on, you can't really see it, but I was scribbling like a diagram on there.
Wow.
Doodling some characters on this one. I was
hell yeah.
Look at this one. Yeah, this is freaking crazy. Look, there's some scribbles here too.
You're doodling some characters. Wyatt's diddling some characters. We're having a great day today. So
Yeah.
It's really funny if like it just shows like the next page and it's like Heath Ledger's like journal from Joker.
all right, you can get some.
My eBay purchases are none of your concern. What I do in my time.
Wyatt, speaking of
Man.
purchases, what should the viewers purchase?
A gun to shoot myself. No, I will say this, folks. There is a great thing that you can do. If you have $3, what can you buy for $3? These days, you can probably buy a coffee, medium-sized
I
coffee.
bought a 2-liter bottle of Coke for $3, like 10
And you'll
minutes
finish
ago.
in like what? 20
Yeah.
minutes tops?
Yeah.
For $3, folks, you can support us on Patreon, and you will get not only dubs that we do, which are free, but you also get
True.
commentary tracks, which me and Cass just did one a little bit ago. For you want to explain, Cass, what we watched? You and I.
Oh well, we watched an episode of Jimmy Neutron where we dove into the brain of Carl Weezer, and it was incredible. And then I also showed Wyatt my favorite episode of Xavier Renegade Angel, where he meets
One of
himself
the
and
best
he has an
shows ever
argument
made.
with himself. Hold my tattoo and my robotical.
If folks have never seen Xavier Renegade Angel, if you weren't
I don't
watching
know what
Adult
that
Swim at
is.
like 2 a.m., oh boy, Tay, you're gonna love that.
So you know,
Okay.
Smiling
Don't worry
Friends
about
is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Xavier Renegade Angel is the next step. It's like fucking bizarre how that
Okay.
show is made.
But Smiling Friends is kind of like a good fine line of still being like enjoyable without being.
This
like,
is
rated
complete
ridiculous.
and
Where
utter
are we?
nonsense.
Chaos.
Oh,
None of it makes
This
sense.
is no story. It is
No, it's not,
horseshit.
it's not
It doesn't
like
make
Big Mouth bad. It's not like Big Mouth. Like Big Mouth.
Okay.
What?
Not even
Why
close.
we even get
I'm
it
not
out?
gonna get put on a list for watching this show, right? Like,
No, you think I ever sat through a full episode of Big Mouth? You think so little of me. I watched, like,
I hope not. I don't know.
I watched like 5 minutes of an episode and I said, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. And I turned it off.
People with big mouths need water bottles. Where can they get water bottles?
GBB.com.
Give me a second, I gotta use my Big Mouth.
GBB.com.
Whoa, are you thirsty? Whoa.
Wow, what a
If only you had a
he
water
is.
bottle,
Yeah,
man.
that's right. Swallow, bitch.
Dude. God, man.
www.goodsquadpw.com.
What's the
Get some
PW stand
merchandise,
for?
man.
Pro wrestling.
wrestling.
Bro, I thought it was like Pacific
Good
squad,
Northwest or
baby.
something.
Nah.
It's piss wanker. You get your merchandise
Speaking of which,
there.
Speaking of which,
Whoa.
let's give a shout out to TBD.
That's
Oh.
wrestling with
They're cooking.
somebody
He
Yeah.
has no idea what that
I
is.
have no idea. Help me.
And
Help
he never
me.
will.
TBD is the company that got started up from our boys over at Goon Squad. They made their own wrestling promotion. It's going really well so far.
That's so
So
cool.
continue with that. It's so sick.
They have one of the best title belts in the
amazing.
business too. The title
That's
belt
amazing.
is gorgeous. It is one of the most beautiful belts I've ever seen.
It's gorgeous.
So
Can we get a picture of the belt? Can I see the belt?
I'm sure we'll put Wyatt and Post can do that. Wyatt, you're
I haven't edited in like
Simon-
4 weeks.
Don't edit shit. Simon, you say something stupid, I'll find the belt.
I guess the only thing I'm going to say is real quick.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything they want to plug? Because I have something I need to plug.
Go for it.
Actually, fun fact does not exist right now. It will exist this Friday.
Oh.
By the time this comes out, I have a
The
new
Phoenician
edit out on
scheme?
the site.
The Phoenician scheme. It comes out
Yes,
this Friday.
this is
Are
the
you plugging
Phoenician. This is the Phoenician.
Yeah.
Oh shit, is that the fucking Wes Anderson movie that's coming
Yeah.
Oh, I
out?
gotta see that shit. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, I'm gonna
No,
watch that.
but actually, I have an edit coming out. I have an edit that's out by the time of this. Not out right now, but it's out by the time of this. I got my love of the game back. It is Hangman Page versus Will Ospreay from AEW Double or Nothing, set to Gunslinger by Avenged Sevenfold. I had a lot of fun making it. Enjoy. My love of the game is back, and if Hangman loses, there will be blood and bone in the streets of Texas in July.
Tony Khan will face repercussions on a monstrous scale.
On a global level, the entity will come for Tony Khan, and it'll be
My video already came out by the time that the last pod was out, but I'll just plug it again. I love doing those videos where I voice over Kanye's tweets, so I might do it again because it's been hilarious recently. If you haven't seen
The ones
pod,
you're allowed to do
please
anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I included one about Hitler. One, you like Hitler, guys.
Who's Hitler?
Who's that guy?
Go watch the
Jeff
video. It's
the
on my
Lamb.
account.
I am a dolphin. Come back.
Oh, we got him.
Whoa!
We got him, boys. It's over. Eric, you're welcome
salute?
anytime you want, buddy.
Was that a Roman
we lost it.
camera?
He's gone.
Romans?
Yeah, no.
Oh, well. It was a good run.
Also, Tate, here's the belt.
Oh, that is pretty.
Oh,
That is.
it's a
I wish it
great-
was
That
focused, but
goofy
that's
ass logo is so funny. It's
That
like
is
straight out of a
awesome.
cartoon. Very, very
You know,
cool.
it looks. You know what it looks like? It looks like the Crash Bandicoot font.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is true.
Yeah, that's
I see
awesome.
that, Yeah.
That's
That
awesome.
guy's a better view of it. It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
beautiful.
ED.
Amazing.
Shouts out the boys. Anyway, right, we are here with
Yeah,
our good
yeah.
friend Star Wars Facts Guy because, let's be honest, he's a funny guy and he has
Thank
some
you,
good
man.
opinions on movies.
Sometimes.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we're not really too structured. We've all got something to bring towards the end of the pod.
Yeah.
But, I guess what I'll start off with is Tate. Are you still playing Fortnite?
Okay, we're gonna do an r/serious on this one. I'm gonna be,
Oh boy.
am I still playing Fortnite? I don't want to. I don't want to play it.
I don't want to.
Yeah, no, he's right. He's right.
Have you ever seen the motion picture Holes? You know where they dig the
Dig it
holes
out.
every day.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
And
I
then-
read the
yeah.
book. I read the book and I
Tyler's never
The
seen that
same.
movie.
In year 6, I read it. I feel like the little girl in that movie. I'm tired, Grandpa.
There's
Like,
two
I
damn
don't
birds.
No, I don't want to keep grinding XP for characters. I'm done. I kind of want to be done with Fortnite. I'm kind of just. It's so much stuff to do and so much stuff to play, and I really don't want to devote it to
So many things
grinding
happening,
out,
so little
grinding out.
time, not enough time.
Exactly.
He's a
So,
great man.
next Fortnite season's looking a little embarrassing. So I might give it a skip. I might give it a pass. First time in
Embarrassing.
5 years. All the AI Vader stuff was gross already,
Ooh.
but it just
Yeah, that was
just
pretty.
gave me like
That was
a,
pretty nuts.
a
That was
nail
pretty
in the
nuts.
coffin where I'd be like, you know what, I can take a break. So no,
And
I don't think I'll be
You
playing.
know they're
Fortnite.
gonna keep doing it too, which is the thing.
If,
they're gonna
if
do
you
it
don't know
more
what we're
characters.
talking about, they recently added a feature where you can get Darth Vader as a companion, but the voice of him is AI, and it's been trained to sound like the late
Yeah.
James L. Jones.
And it's
That's
Which is
what I
what a
can
lot of
make
people were happy about.
No, Skibidi Toilet, you can make it scale all these weird things.
Can I say
It's
something?
like- you can say something. It's your podcast.
I can say something. I'm sorry.
No.
Here's the thing, right?
Anyway,
Push aside James Earl Jones. Push aside
Right.
the Darth Vader thing. As an idea, as a sheer idea that there is an artificial intelligence NPC in the game that has all this dialogue stuff that it does, like, you can speak anything to it, it'll say something back. I like the idea. I think that's fine for gaming. I think that's okay. The fact that it's this, though, and especially the fact that it's the first time that they've used it, is really
It was a
bad.
bad start because it's a voice of someone who's dead. That's the
Who
only
is
problem.
dead.
I've got.
And it's like, oh, we got permission from the family and everything. It's just like, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's still a little weird. I don't know.
it's
Yeah.
weird to
Yeah.
use that as an argument as well. People are like, oh, it's fine because they got permission. I'm like, oh yeah, it's fine that I shot
talk
your
about
mom
morals,
because
though.
I was given
It's-
permission to shoot your mom. Like, no, it's still bad. That's like it doesn't
I'm
make
not
sense.
sure.
To me.
I'm not sure this is as bad as shooting
No.
someone's mom.
Oh, so James Earl Jones' family gave you the right to do it. Oh, what did James Earl Jones have to say about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, right.
Yeah, let me dig him up and ask real quick. Fucking,
It's like,
what do you expect me to do?
Because-
He did
Holes,
agree
2005.
to.
Yeah.
He did agree to the Lion King 2019. So
It's true. Maybe he wasn't in the right state of mind after that. You know, it's just it could be. He agreed to do the Kenobi re-speecher, so that's.
that was a
Dude,
little
I'm
weird.
ready to rip my balls off after Lion King
You were
2019.
warned what defeat would bring. I'm like, come on, bro.
Dude, every time I see that clip and I see Obi-Wan say farewell Darth, not farewell Vader, not farewell Anakin, farewell Darth, I think I lose a year off my life. every time I see
Actually, it's a reference to A New Hope where he says you can't win Darth, and it's a reference, and now it's justifying the reference.
that. Yes, this is a reference. This is a reference to Unabomber. Bang.
Apologize. Apologize now.
Yo, he's got a real gun. That's crazy.
Apologize.
They allow those in England? I thought you had to like.
My
pull.
answer is
No, they
no.
don't have knives over there, man.
Yeah.
They don't have knives.
This is a prop gun. This is a painted BB gun that is disarmed. This
orange
is not
cap?
real.
Was the orange?
It's
thing on
not
the front.
orange.
I took a BB pellet to the face when I was like 9 years old. Yeah.
Only
real.
you do that. That feels like such a you thing to happen.
So I'll tell the story. I got fucking. So I fucking we were in Florida. We were in Florida, and my cousin and my brother, bless them both. My cousin was like, "Hey, my dad brought his BB guns," and he's like, and I was like, "I don't believe that you have guns," and he's like, I'll show you." So we go to the room. He goes into the case. He finds the BB gun. He walks out, and jokingly, he points it, and he starts pulling the trigger, going like, as a bit. but the safety was not on. So I took a BB pellet directly to the mouth.
So question.
And he never shut it up after that.
Was this one of like the plastic ones, or was this one of like the heavy duty fucking like
like the
ones?
metal ones that like
it wasn't metal. It was like a little yellow one. Like it was.
Yeah, they're
still
probably.
like,
It wasn't
like,
bad.
hard.
Like,
It was.
Yeah.
Those things are fucking.
I shot my cousin with an airsoft gun once in the chest.
in the chest, you know.
Yeah.
No, wait, man,
Like,
Simon's face versus the chest.
Yeah, he's got fat face.
I deserved it
In the chest, like the rib cage, like ooh. That's
Hey,
the worst part. Like anything on the bone.
I've been.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, have I been
Hi,
shot
Tate.
by a gun? Hey,
What's up, man?
I haven't been shot by a BB gun, but I've been shot by a paintball gun when the round was over and some dude was just like, bam. And I was like, that's not
an asshole. Paintball is like the least appealing. I don't understand.
It's masochistic. I don't like it. It's masochistic.
Exactly, right? Like,
see, I'll tell you this. I like those what are those like airsoft like courses people do where they have like the fucking like the equipment on and everything, and they have like airsoft guns and they like shoot people and shit.
yeah,
It's like that
when
shit
you have like elbow pads and like a chest thing on, like it's
obviously,
fine, right?
yes.
It's
But
fine.
paintball, they just go bring a heavy coat. No,
No, you need fucking equipment, man.
And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, do you want it on like maximum pressure, or do you want it on?" I'm like,
No.
I think I'll go home and watch Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation on Kojiko. I think that's what I'll do.
Mission
Impossible,
Final
huh?
Reckoning in theaters now.
Yeah, that's real. You need to trust
I was
him
just
one
about to
last
say,
time.
it's a big week for final
Yeah, let's do a quick news
Destination.
roundup here, folks. All right. No.
All right. Well,
Yeah, no more Fortnite.
Tua is coming to Spider-Man. Apparently,
Actually,
they're
yes.
saying the Hulk is
Oh.
back, and I'm like, thank fuck, because I hate what they did to Bruce Banner. I think it was the worst decision the MCU's ever made.
Can we have one Spider-Man movie where Spider-Man's focused? Can we have one? Just one.
No.
Nope, just one.
No, it's
No.
written in that contract. Like it's written in like Javier Rod's blood. That
It's part of the deal, man.
Every movie,
It's part of the deal. Yep.
So it's over. But here's the thing, Cass. You're not gonna get like new like proper Hulk like all that stuff. You're gonna
You're
get
getting
him being
Mark
like
Ruffalo.
a professor. Yeah, because he's
Bruce
gonna be.
I'm saying, I'm
Dragon
so
and shit.
I'm so fed up.
I'm gonna tell you right
Hey,
now.
I
I'll tell
love-
you right now. Oh,
I was gonna say I love Endgame, but I think we're gonna flay and garrote Mark Ruffalo for that line delivery. I think that's what we have to do.
What? Yeah.
yeah.
Silence.
Yeah.
I think that Spider-Man. What's it called? Brand New Day, Brave New World.
Brand
New
Day.
Fucking Brave.
Brave New World, New World Order, brand new day.
I want to have some hope for this one.
Okay.
I really do. But if the rumor of fucking Mayday Parker being in this,
The
why? That's the
Sadie
thing.
Stink is
Sadie
apparently
Stink-
Mayday Parker. That's the rumor.
That's what they're. That's what the scooper. I don't think it's. I don't take that much stock.
I think she's Mary Jane. I think she's just gonna be Mary Jane. Honestly.
Yes,
Yeah.
insane levels of racism going on there, man.
There's
Holy
nothing
shit.
more crazy than them being like, "This is MJ." Actually, Zendaya is not Mary Jane. She's Miss
Yep.
Jones.
But
And then
would you be shocked? Would you be shocked? Like really? Would you be surprised?
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised.
We know who
But
Javier Rod is.
Exactly. It's so weird. Like, I don't want to give credit to people because I think people are dumb and stupid and they need to have like hammers thrown at them 90% of the time. But also, like, I read these things online. It's like, oh, what if it's not Hulk, it's Joe Fixit, and he's working for Mr. Negative. I'm like, whoa, that's actually a really cool idea. It's never happening. No. That's a good idea, though. They'll never do it.
Say you definitely don't work for Marvel.
Now,
that's a good idea. It'll never happen.
That's a good idea. Get out.
Yeah.
if the rumors about Michael Mando returning as Scorpion,
Yeah.
I'll
That'd
be
be
into
awesome.
that.
You'll be there for 5 minutes and I'll cry.
Exactly, you'll be there for 5 minutes.
I was really because like the first I am an Insomniac Spider-Man truther, so when I realized that they were looking at doing Mr. Negative, I was like, I was in on that. Honestly, I thought that was actually he's a villain that hasn't been seen on screen a million times. He's a cool villain. He's got a cool look, cool design, cool backstory. Yeah. But now it's like, oh, and the Hulk's here, and also the Scorpion's in it, also Mayday Parker, and it's just, can I have one movie where he's just fucking fighting a bad guy? Please, can I just have one? And I like No Way Home, but fuck, I'm over it.
Are you telling me that we can't just have a Spider-Man movie where there are heroes in it, but they are fucking Iceman and Firestar, whatever the fuck her name is?
Man, Sadie Singh Firestar would go crazy.
Yeah. So we just have that, him hanging out with his college friends doing shit, and they're all superheroes.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking cool.
Get ready to learn.
Again, these are all great ideas, but like, you don't work for the studio. It's not gonna happen. Just deal with it. It's nothing we can do.
Get ready to learn Hulk Tour, buddy.
No, not Hulk 2. We already had Hulk 2. It was Captain America.
There's no Hulk 1.
Hulk.
Ang Lee's Hulk in theaters.
Yes, dude. If they ever re-release that movie, if they ever re-release that shit, day one.
Dude,
Day one. I have to see the scene where they fire the missile at the building and he goes flying. That shit's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I love it.
To read it back a bit, last time, Tate, we had a lovely conversation. We were talking about kind of the state of studio filmmaking, particularly from Disney. We were talking about Marvel. We were talking about Disney, and I'm talking about Star Wars a lot. I guess just general question: how are you enjoying the 2025 film slate this year? What have been your favorite? What have been your favorites and least favorites of the year? I thought
That's good. Let me pull up the list. I'll show you because 2024. I thought, okay, well, fuck me. I guess you can.
I gotta turn the light on. I had to turn the light on.
That's all good. No, it's fine.
So tell me this thing.
When you're ready, I guess. No, there he goes, Cass. He's gone.
I'm ready, bro. I'm here for it.
Okay. I'm in. My character. Oh, what?
Hang on.
His lights are off. Okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
There we go.
Whoa.
Oh, so
It's the
naming
Civil War
business,
credit
huh?
scene, dude. That's crazy.
No, dude, it's Last of Us Part 2 right now with Ellie going.
Okay, so
Anyway,
2025. I thought 2024 was going to be like a really mid-year for movies. It ended up being one of my favorites because it was just like undercover, like stuff that you wouldn't expect. 2025, I think, is going to be a pretty mid-year for movies because 2026, that's when the juice is going to be on the way. But in the meanwhile, we've got some bangers. I'm looking at the old letterbox over here. So we give the top 5 for the year so far. You ready?
Oh hell yeah, brother!
You ready?
Let's hear it.
Number 5, Paddington in Peru. It's so good. It's fire. I loved it. I cried, I cheered, I clapped. Number 4, Final Destination Bloodlines. The fact that we got a Final Destination movie that good in 2025, oh my goodness. But speaking of movies about death, number 3, The Monkey. Oh my goodness.
Yeah!
The most slept on movie of the year.
I'm still struggling with whether that is better than Sinners or not. Like, that's my top 2 right now.
The Monkey. It's so good. It's beautiful.
I'll say this about The Monkey. I've seen people, honest to God, on here saying, I think it's time we admit it wasn't that good. I'm like,
no.
Matter of fact, it's time we all need to start being honest with ourselves and say it's better than fucking Long Legs, all right? Because it is.
Ooh, bold.
I really do like Long Legs. I did really like Long Legs.
The Monkey's like one of my favorite modern horror films, probably in the last decade.
It's fucking hilarious, dude. It's the best.
It's
one of the
great,
best horror
man.
comedies
Do
ever.
you know what else is hilarious? Number 2, Dogman. Dogman is
Yes.
Wait, was this good? I had nothing.
No, it's
about
genuinely,
this.
it's genuinely like incredible. It's got like TikTok ADHD pacing, but it's so good.
Oh.
It's like
If you've
colorful,
read any
it's
of Dave
fun.
Pelkey's books,
It's perfect. Perfect,
that,
just like the
yes.
book. It's just like the book.
My favorite joke from that. My favorite joke from that film
that movie.
is there. There's the crate, and it says like, oh, what does it say? It's like crate full of bees, and then he knocks it over, and a bunch of the letter B fall
Bees
out of the
fall out.
crate.
That's amazing.
So stupid.
It's so good. But
Oh
like
my
everything
God.
in that movie is just Pete Davidson's in it, and he's the main villain. I don't even.
He's
know his name.
great in
He
it.
gave a great performance. It was
He's
insane.
really good.
Speaking of the words great and perfect, number one, Simon, say it. Say it.
It's motherfucking sinners, baby.
Yeah! I saw it in IMAX opening night. IMAX opening night. My popcorn tub was like yay big. I had the big like jumbo like Coke. I was locked in. Beautiful
Fuck yeah.
masterpiece. Can't elaborate on it more because it's just so complex and dense and rich.
You
Yeah.
know how good it felt. Like I was talking to Wyatt about this after we did our Sinners like review thing with Darrell. How fucking great is it when the movie that you're most excited for just is that good? It is just that good. Like, because I've been saying
Excel
for like
what I
a year.
expected.
Dude, that right there is exactly how I felt about Trap last year. Because I was excited for it, obviously. Because like, it's M. Night,
Yeah.
Josh Hartnett. This sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And I literally, by the end, I was just like, I can't believe that was like it better than I ever expected it to be.
God,
Yeah.
dude.
Like, what the fuck, man?
But I will say, last time you had me on the podcast, we spoke a bit about New Zealand Film Festival 2024, which was a lot of cool
Oh,
movies
yes.
there. I woke up this morning. I just got the 2025 announcement actually.
Let's go, dude.
So
Shit.
it's a bit earlier this year. It's in July. They just started announcing some of the films, not too many. A lot of Serbian pigeon 3-hour long like artsy movies. So, nothing I can recognize off the goat, but this one is going to be hype for all of us. They do re-releases and remasters every time. This year, 4K restoration, Texas Chainsaw Massacre original.
Ooh,
Let's fucking go.
I will be there.
oh, that is one of the most uncomfortable movies I've
Yep.
ever watched in my life. Like,
When I watched that shit, man, when I watched that movie for the first time, man, I was like, this is the type of shit that actually fucking scares me right here. Just
Yeah.
pure hopelessness. Complete, like, nothing you can do is gonna save you.
Yeah.
You are fucked. And
There's
I'm
no
like,
there's no jump scares. There's no like things. It's just like evil. It's evil.
Cass, can you put the spoiler Kong on screen real quick for this 40-year-old?
Okay, fucking.
when you realize that all the people on the side of the road were connected to Leatherface, and then the dad just goes, "Oh, best make it quick of her. I have to open up in the morning." I felt a chill go down my spine when he said that. That is one of the most
So
just
fucked
vile, evil, callous things I've ever heard. Oh yeah, I gotta open up in the morning. So butcher this lady real quick, and then we can just move on with our day.
fucked up,
Yeah.
man.
It's awesome.
They take no pleasure in killing.
So it's a big year for movies. There's a lot of good ones coming around the horizon. I got this Friday. I've got Phoenician Scheme and Bring Her Back, double feature. Crazy
I'm so
Whiplash.
excited for Bring Her Back. That looks
Crazy
fantastic.
Whiplash.
Can't fuck away from
We
Bring
got there's some Reddit motion pictures coming around the corner too. And then it's a bit of a quiet year after. I mean, I could tell you which movies the Reddit one if you want.
Do we want to do we want to go into this?
I am gonna be a good noodle today, but yeah. Avatar 3.
I think we've also already forgotten about 28 years later because that's coming out in like a couple. Weeks, so.
Okay. I have never seen any of them, but I just booked my local theater. All 3 opening night. So you watch the first, the second, and then you watch the third. So I'm gonna do that.
Oh, dude.
Well, there goes your fucking Tuesday. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that's awesome.
Well, Tate, if you need to get something done that day, again, like I said, watch days, take a break for 2 hours, and come back and watch the third one. I think you'll be fine.
I don't know. I think I got a lock in.
It's fine.
I got
It's
a
fair.
plan.
Yeah, I think you'll be
I
fine.
got a plan
Yep.
for 28 days later.
Okay.
The first, because I've not seen the first one in its entirety yet.
It's a
I've
great
seen
movie.
a few scenes.
You've
I've
never
watched
seen
scenes.
it?
No. But here's my
But
plan to actually watch it, by the way. So here's what I'm going to do, right?
All right.
We have connections up here in the New England area. People will just throw bullshit out all the time, including
Okay.
CRTVs. I'm going to find a CRTV with a VCR, track down on eBay the fucking VHS copy of 20 Days Later, and watch it that way.
Oh.
How it was
dude.
truly meant to be seen, because that movie the way it was shot, the way it looks,
Terrifying.
is already haunting, and I'm sure it's even more haunting on a fucking
so ahead of its
CRT
time.
stuff.
That
Incredible.
movie is so ahead of its time. I won't spoil like just the
Simon,
way
did you
it's
tell
shot.
us the movie, like one of those movies was filmed on an iPhone?
28 years later was filmed on an iPhone. 28 years
Yeah,
later was
the new
entirely
one.
filmed, which I think is like you look at how good that like that shot of all of them when they're standing on the hill and two of them are standing there and the rest of them are like running towards the camera.
Oh,
And that's on a phone? Yeah. It's beautiful.
But
Those got great
the second movie's on a phone or the
no, the new one.
The new
It's on
one.
an
20 years
iPhone?
later. Yeah, 20 years later was on an iPhone.
Good heavens. That's
Yeah.
What's one of these?
Yeah.
You can buy it at the Apple store.
now. Okay, so
Guys,
that was
I'm
on,
gonna leak 20
that was on an
years
iPhone.
later.
What was the creator? The creator was on like a handheld or like something like cheap as well, right?
Yeah, it was like a really shitty Nokia camcorder or some shit.
That's
I can't
awesome.
remember.
Danny Boyle always films his shit with like lower key stuff. Like Train Spotting's the same, Snatch is the same. Like they're all-
Yeah. I love Snatch.
Collateral, one of my favorite movies. Michael Mann filmed that on fucking HD fucking Best Buy cameras. Most of those scenes.
Amazing.
That is fucking
Yep.
ridiculous. But that's
All those scenes where it's like
shit.
handheld
Like,
and shit.
I'm gonna
fucking
film a
love that movie.
movie on the 3DS camera.
Dude, have you seen that trend though, where people like go to concerts and they record on like the Nintendo?
Yeah,
3DS?
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Sick as fuck.
I remember somebody recorded John Cena's heel turn at Elimination Chamber on a 3DS, and that was platinum. That was platinum in my
good.
household. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh,
Oh,
This right here, Panasonic VHS camcorder right here.
oh, dude.
I filmed Christmas Eve, our Christmas Eve get together on this.
oh,
And I'm
that's
gonna go, and I'm gonna start just filming like anytime I'm at concerts or some shit. I'm gonna just bring this with me and just film shit like that, and then digitize it. I'm like, that's like the
That
best.
is
Say the line,
Fucking
Bart. Do
shit.
the pose. Do the pose,
Yeah.
Bart.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
But yeah, good year for movies. I think maybe not going to be as good as 2024. Not going to be as good as 2026, but there's a little bit of juice.
Yep.
A little bit
we
of
will
juice.
see what happens. 2023 was also solid. 2023 was also
True.
what a picture. What a picture.
2022. No, 2022 was alright. 2021 was.
Here's the-
2022. I didn't see too much. It had the
The
Batman.
peak, to be fair, with 2022, the
It had
peak.
Maverick.
The peaks of 2022 were like really high,
Okay,
but the rest was just kind of like, dude, we had Nope, Everything Everywhere,
The Note,
Batman,
Babylon, Puss in
Maverick.
Boots, Banshees. Everything.
I think the
Puss
last
in
year-
Boots, the
Maverick.
last wish.
Yeah.
What a picture!
I miss you.
Yeah, Bullet Train. I like Bullet Train. I like Fablemans.
Fun time at the movies.
Sonic
Yep.
2.
Oh,
Prey.
banger. Prey.
Pinocchio. Okay, maybe this was a good year.
Sonic. Okay, hold on, Chipper. Sonic 2 was not a banger. Alright.
It wasn't.
I
No, it had
No.
some great parts, but the whole human wedding shit ruined
That was fun.
everything for me.
so
It wasn't-
I'll say this, Cat.
It wasn't fun.
Okay.
No,
Get his
I'm
ass.
gonna tell you right now. Cat, because I agree. The first time I saw Sonic 2, I totally agree with you, man. I thought that shit was ass. I was like, there's some good
It
parts.
wasn't
here.
funny.
I watched it when I was sick as fuck about 2 months ago. And I watched that movie and I was like, I'm laughing. This is funny. What the fuck, man? I love
Yeah,
this.
but it
movie.
just keeps going and going, and there's
third
no Sonic
act
on
of-
screen for. There is no Sonic on screen for like 8 minutes.
And then,
That's
but
what-
then
But guess what?
the third act is one of the most beautiful pieces of fan service in video game movie history. Is the last third of that movie? It is absolutely spectacular. What are you talking about? What are you cooking?
Look, guys,
He's
get
asleep.
hyped
He's
for.
asleep.
This is the guy who thinks that Super Mario Brothers movie was the best movie of 20.
I didn't say that. Hold on a minute. No, I didn't say that.
Nice.
Mario
No,
Brothers
no,
movie
no.
is terrible. Dog. That movie is-
No politic, please. No politic.
No politics, no politics.
You know what? Flash question that I just thought about because we're talking about video game stuff, and I have a feeling that a certain other video game adaptation is going to come up at some point when we're chatting today. What is your dream for everybody here? What is your dream video game adaptation? Like video game you want adapted and creative you would want to do it. Go.
Oh, I brought it up to Wyatt and he almost did a somersault, but Raka Raka said they want to do Silent Hill 2. Yep, go for it. Amazing.
What?
Yeah,
Because first off, it's not gonna
Oh, I
happen.
just came
It ain't
thinking
happening,
about it.
But
yeah, will never happen.
they know it. These guys are fans. They've played this shit. They know what this shit is. They've been on the internet for so long. I trust these guys with anything IP related.
Yeah.
I would absolutely trust them with anything. I trust them with Street Fighter. They got booted off that, sadly, and now it's going to be
that's
now. So
And now we're
gonna
gonna have Roman Reigns doing the Akuma. Fucking
stupid as fuck.
Stupid as shit. ever.
Play this. Play
What?
this right now.
Okay,
What?
give it us.
This. I don't
real-
think
Description.
this was something that I kind of pitched for a while, but I knew it was just never going to happen.
It was a baseball.
Yes, that's funny. You're so funny, man. You're just so funny.
This guy.
Shit. So Shadow of Colossus.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
I forgot his name.
Gareth Edwards. Gareth Edwards, Shadow of the Colossus.
No, but yes.
You know he does.
I was
scale,
gonna
really.
say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
what have they done?
I'm looking it
what
up.
does the person do?
I don't want to
Gareth
say because I don't
Edwards.
want you guys. Nope. Oh,
You think? Oh, go on. Yeah.
Robert Eggers.
Ooh, I like that. I
I
like
will
that.
be there day fucking one.
Because
I'm a
okay,
massive Robert
but here's
Eggers
the thing.
defender. I think he's great.
I like the Gareth Evans or Gareth Edwards. I like that because he's got scale and everything. But here's the thing: Shadow of Colossus is such a very specific type of game because there's no dialogue. First and foremost,
It's got to be completely
no dialogue.
dark. It's got to be completely about
No.
the
Wait your turn.
I'm just saying it's got to be about like
Okay.
I was talking to Simon, not you.
Oh yeah, you shut up. I'm talking
wasn't
about like
saying
the area. It's got to be focused on like the you're right, the scale of it. Like you see movies like The Northman, like half the shots are like really far away, like
Because
shit like that.
at the end of the day, dude, Shadow of Colossus is something that is very much tone based
yeah,
because it's a very empty, barren, lonely world. And then you have these giant fucking things roaming it. It's like you need to really capture a scale with that and a tone, a very specific tone. I feel like
Okay.
Robert Eggers is kind of the guy to do that. Simon, what were you gonna say?
What I was gonna say was we could best of both worlds. Gareth Edwards directs, Robert Eggers writes and produces. Watch the box office explode.
Absolute
one.
cinema. Okay.
Wes Anderson, Stanley Parable.
Ooh, I hate that. I kind of like that.
See, I thought you were gonna say Ben Stiller.
20-minute endings, one after the other.
Wait,
You see an ending, it goes back to the start. You see another ending, it goes back to the start.
You've
and
had
people
that
are
in your
like,
head
What the fuck's
more
going
than
on?
a couple of years. That's no.
And anyone
no
that's played the game will know exactly what's going on. No one else would know what's going on. They're like, this is so surreal and artistic, and no one knows it's just part of the video game. Like,
You know who should do that?
what?
You know who should do that, Cass? Not Wes Anderson.
well,
A guy by the name of Fuck Me.
That's a crazy
Oh,
name.
what a horrible pair of parents to call their kid "fuck me." That's horrible.
Oh no,
Fuck
it
you,
should
Johnson.
be fucking no. Stanley Parable in the exact way that you described it, but directed by a guy named John August, who's the director of one of my favorite movies, The Nines.
I fucking knew you were going to say that. I fucking knew.
You know what? I watched the Nines, and I see what you're coming at. I see what you're doing.
Yes, my guy, you got to tap into the Nines, man.
The
You want to see when
Nines?
Ryan Reynolds was an actor at one point? At one point,
Yeah, you want to
he
see
was
when
an actor.
Ryan Reynolds gave a shit? Yeah, go watch the Nines.
No, I'll believe it when I see it, but I guess I got to see it to believe
Dude.
it.
This is 2007. Ryan Reynolds struggling to pay his rent, acting. All right, and Melissa McCarthy. It is a great fucking movie.
Nice. Okay.
Anyway.
All right. I'll put that next to
Hey, I
Scanner
wanna hear
Darkly
you.
on Wired things I need to watch.
I want to
was
hear
also-
you pitch.
Pitch,
Hey,
dude. Rocka,
Pitch.
freaking Silent Hill 2. Or, okay.
You said Rock
okay.
Rock Silent Hill 2?
No, or
Or?
we finally use our collective power to get the ball rolling. James 1 Dead Space.
That's...
Oh my
yeah.
god!
That's the
We've got
one.
The ball rolling. We need
That's
to get the ball rolling.
that might
He
be
wants to do it.
the adaptation. Like, oh,
He wants to do it. Let him do it.
fuck,
Let him
that'd
do
be
it.
good.
There is some
So-
games that are like, well, how have they not capitalized on this being a movie.
I'm a bit shocked that Splinter Cell never happened with Tom Hardy. That was a huge thing that was being talked about forever. It was Doug Liman was going to direct it at one point. It was a big fucking project that Tom Hardy wanted.
We're still waiting on Oscar Isaac Metal Gear, by the way.
I was about to say, what is with that Metal Gear movie?
I don't know how I feel. I like Jordan Vogt Roberts. I like
He's
him.
not the guy. He's not the guy.
I don't know, man. Just
Yeah,
I would rather they invest more. You know, I mean, it's Konami, so they'll just fucking run it into the ground anyway. Whatever. Death Stranding movie. I'm excited for that one. Let's see what you do.
That'd be good, actually. Yeah, I've been turned around on Death Stranding.
I still
recently.
think of Snake as a Kojima character, even though he's been bastardized and plundered and like taken like hostage. So it's hard for me to think. Like it would have been nice to see who Kojima would have picked to direct that. He liked Jordan though. He liked Jordan, but for him to have more input on the script and stuff. So
That's actually
Christopher McQuarrie.
oh man, I would. Tom Cruise is Solid Snake.
Actually, you know what? No, Tom Cruise. You want to actually go platinum? Tom Cruise is Big Boss. Like he's like in the first movie. Like he is like he's like
Work is like an ocelot, bro.
With the
I was
patch.
going to say Ocelot.
He's an ocelot.
That would go crazy.
Damn.
All right, Simon, give us a pitch, bro.
I'm gonna kind of do what Tate mentioned. One that like has already been kind of mentioned, and then I'm gonna mention the one that was my brainchild. I think I mentioned this a while back. It's dead now. It probably will never happen. Gore Verbinski BioShock, because I think that would have been fucking amazing.
Greatest.
So sorry, young one. You're never getting that fucking.
I know. Well, apparently it's the Hunger Games guy is doing an adaptation of it. Francis Lawrence is
Which
doing
BioShock?
the original. He's doing the original.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, not great for the original BioShock. I think he would do a good job BioShock Infinite. I think if he did Infinite Story instead, I think that would actually be much more interesting.
See, Francis Lawrence is a weird guy because he's another one of those guys who's just attached to everything. He's attached to a Blood Meridian adaptation. He's also attached to a fucking I Am Legend 2 for some reason. And a bunch of other shit. Yeah. I don't know.
He is talented. Like Catching Fire, that's a banger. That's a great movie.
That's one of those movies.
Yeah, Catching Fire is an awesome movie, genuinely. So I mean, we'll see. My brainchild. I know this director is kind of in director jail because I know a lot of people didn't like his most recent movie that he did. But I think this would be awesome. Just this man understands how to build setting and tone and world, and he also knows how to frame action. And he knows sci-fi. He does know sci-fi. I think he does know the world building.
Ooh.
Fede Alvarez, Metroid.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I was gonna say James Cameron, but that felt too easy. It's like, and I don't think James Cameron's gonna do Metroid now.
Alvarez, Metroid.
James Cameron finishing off
I think you might be the first person
he's leaving
who's ever said that sentence ever. That's crazy.
Well, dude, think of how good he is with practical effects. Think of a practical, gelatinous, disgusting-looking Metroid, or think of a proper, huge wingsuit, like a Ridley. Imagine like him shooting a fight where it's like Samus is being stalked by Ridley down like these hallways, and she's got to outlast. Like I feel like if it doesn't have to be crazy on story. Metroid does have lore. If it's just action-packed spectacle, it's just Samus goes into this planet and it's just fucking wasting aliens the entire time, I think he would do a great job with it. I think.
Fede also has an immense, I mean, again, Alien, that movie, Romulus, kind of a piece of shit for the most part, but it looked great visually. I think visually, those scenes of just them in the ship and them on like that other...
When I found out the aliens were like practical effects and not like how
it
most
looked cool.
of it was
He's
CGI.
good at like
directing
directing a scene. It's just his fucking scripts are just terrible for the most part, except for Evil Dead, I think.
God, I want to see how he would envision like Samus's gunship.
Well, script would be a problem because Samus never talks.
Exactly.
She's gonna talk.
She's gonna.
She's gonna say it's Metroid in time.
She's a good character that's like doesn't say anything except like every now and again she'll say like one thing. But it just fucking hits. It just punches you in the chest like every single time because she's just cool.
Hear me out.
I don't know.
Okay.
I love Metroid, and I do like Fede Alvarez. So that was my thought.
Sydney Sweeney as Samus.
I knew you were gonna say
Kill
that.
yourself.
I was thinking, I'm like, who would it be? And I'm like, someone's gonna say Sydney Sweet.
Brie Larson.
That's what I was gonna say. She's like the obvious choice.
Very
right?
obvious.
Oh yeah, Bree should do it.
But
Bree should do
yeah.
it. 100%.
Brie, and I think she'd be
Perfect.
great at it. I think she'd actually be really good at Samus. That's my. That's my
Anyway, fuck.
Me.
Holy shit.
What?
I'll tell you what I'm saying. Fuck. But it is prompted. I promise. I don't just throw these terrible words out with no proper reason.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
here's the thing, right?
It's Friday once again.
I'm not going to take too long talking about this. I just want to mention it because
RIP.
it's soon.
sure.
Nintendo Switch 2 is in a few weeks.
Yes.
Are we even remotely excited anymore?
No.
I don't give a shit.
Thank you.
Dude,
Thank you,
I've
because
never
I
been
don't
more
either.
tapped out of Nintendo in my life. Literally, I don't care anymore. My cousin is getting the console with the game. We're gonna play it. I'm gonna go, that was nice, and then never play it again.
You have got to be out of your fucking mind if you think I'm paying that much for a console and a game of reason. I'm gonna be controversial. I'm gonna be controversial. I'll be controversial. Call me woke, call me crazy. I don't care. Call me what you want.
Cares me out.
I think the new Mario Kart doesn't look fun. I think it's a gimmick that is not going to last in the long term. The fact that every single map is homogenized into the open world and you cannot play them independently, I think that's bad. I don't think that's good.
You can play you could do like I think they said you could do like versus.
But it's giving me an ick. I'm not.
You have a choice, though. I think
It
there, 'cause
makes
you can
me
just play the
think they're
rules
gonna
back.
try and turn it into an online service game, where like anyone can join in on the map and like
It's giving me bad vibes, man. I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be like the worst, but it's,
80 quid, you know, 80 quid for Mario Kart.
I don't even want to know how much New Zealand dollars.
Oh no!
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say something, and I don't know if you guys will agree. If Donkey Kong was the launch, it might have made me consider because I think Donkey Kong looks fantastic. Bonanza looks fantastic. I think it looks great. So
The moment I
buy
saw
that.
it and I realized, it's made by the guys that made Odyssey, which is one of the best games Nintendo's ever made.
Yes.
Yes, I'm excited for that game. However, you have to wait about 2 or 3 months to play that. So,
I'm just
boy.
gonna wait till July. I'll get the console in July when they inevitably release Donkey Kong on like a bundle with it, and I'll just get that, and I'll play that, and I'll have a good time, and that'll be it, you know. And I'll get Mario Kart later because my family does like playing Mario Kart, so like I will get it eventually, but not at launch.
I just feel like 8's better for that, like, you want to meet up and play Mario Kart. I don't think Tour's going to be that.
Yeah.
The game isn't out yet, to be fair.
For
We need to
Tour,
wait till
Yeah,
it
World,
comes
it's,
out.
you know, first impressions.
Yeah, which is fair. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of stuff with this Switch 2 that does look good. And I mean, and Nintendo's always been about this. They've always been about what can we do that's different than the other consoles.
Yes.
And I always respected that because I think the whole video call thing, I think that shit's cool. I
Yes.
like that.
It looks like dog shit.
Again, though, it looks like dog shit. But again, it's something unique at least. You know, I don't see any other console doing that.
It's
and I would
something.
prefer
They're
that.
trying.
Exactly. But god damn, man, it's like again. Here's Mario. Here's Metroid. Here's this.
Okay,
It's
well,
like-
Metroid does not. Metroid.
No,
We have been
yeah, I shouldn't
starving
say
for
Metroid.
years.
Yeah, I
Are you
get that.
kidding me? Like,
But also, it's just like, does Nintendo have anything that they can do that's new? Like a new IP? I mean, we do have that one that they showed from Software or whatever that looked cool.
which is cool. That is cool. I think.
An exclusive, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's tied to Bloodborne, but
The last thing they did was Splatoon,
by the Bloodborne
I
people.
think.
Yeah.
Fucking cook, go
A
cook.
couple things like they're bringing back Kirby Air Ride. I think that's cool.
That's
Again, they're
cute.
bringing back stuff. It's like,
But it's been like 20 years. Like, give it a shot.
Okay.
right?
You say that,
Kirby.
but we have a whole new Donkey Kong game,
Yeah.
That is
That's
true.
cool.
And this
Again,
is
that's-
like a
and that's
new
going to be
material for him entirely.
fantastic. That
Yeah,
game's
like,
gonna be
he's-
fucking brilliant.
no problem.
Where are they? I haven't seen them in a while.
It would just it's cool if Nintendo wants to be like the house of Nintendo and every console is just an excuse to like try something new with all their IPs, but it would be nice to see a little bit more coming from those. Like again, what follow up from Wonder. Wonder is Super Mario Wonder is one of the best games of all time. That game is like fucking flawless from top to bottom.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Another
from
problem too, and this is just not to get all political here, but you look at the price and stuff of
No politics. No politics.
no politics.
No politics here. I don't want any gossip now. I don't want any gossip.
I just can't imagine. I can't imagine as a person in their mid-20s right now,
Yeah.
someone who's almost is getting to be in the big
He's
3-0,
carbon dated. He's carbon dated.
to just be like, yeah, I'll spend $400 on this fucking piece of shit. It's like,
Again,
I can't.
depends on
I
the
got
game,
other.
right?
I'd like to buy a house. I don't know. It's just like not to be like all like that, but it's just like.
Well, like I said, like
I'll play games and shit.
Donkey Kong is the only real thing grasping right now. Because Mario Kart, I don't need to buy the system. My cousin's already bought it. I'll just go play.
I got
it
a
with him.
Switch. I got a GameCube. I got a PS5. I'm fine, dude. I don't need any more.
Yeah, I
fucking
don't need
hardware.
it.
I'm chill. I'm totally fine. It's just like, I don't know.
It's also just rare. I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, there are so few like new games that I actively like go out of my way to purchase and beat. And I've talked about it a lot on this pod, and people are probably sick of me mentioning it. The reason why I enjoyed Baldur's Gate so much was because it was the first time in a long time I feel like I got everything I was asking for when I paid for a full price game. I got everything I was asking for, a complete experience, well thought out gameplay, well written characters, everything that I could have want from a video game. There's just really not a lot of that's grabbing me right now. And again, like with Nintendo, it's different. Nintendo's not really about story in games. They're just about what can we do with this character in a different environment and heightening it. And that's why I think Donkey Kong looks cool, because we haven't had Donkey Kong in that 3D collect-a-thon style since DK64, which was like fucking.
It makes
40
me
years
feel
ago.
like it makes me remind myself of like Banjo-Kazooie,
That's true.
and it gives me a hunch.
That's fair.
But it's
That's fair.
Because
never
they said, hey, we want to do it. We want to do it, but we just don't have the source right now. It's like, okay.
But I mean, the only game, honestly, this year, the only game that I'm actually looking forward to is that one that's by the BioShock guy, by Ken Levine. That one that they revealed at the Game Awards a couple years ago. Judas, the one on the spaceship.
Oh, yeah.
I think
yeah.
a lot of fun. Like, and we've barely gotten anything about it in the last year, but that looks different. And I love his aesthetic, and I like the story. I love the two BioShock and BioShock Infinite are two of my favorite games of all time. So it's just I have that.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
My question is, what console will be the first one to remake Simpsons Hit and Run?
Ooh.
Atari.
Heard it here first, folks. There you go.
I'm telling you, shut up!
Shut up!
Bullshit!
Unless you guys got any more questions.
PlayStation 6 launch title.
Yeah.
Simpsons Hit and Run.
Shit and fuck.
Ooh, two. Oh my god.
Dude, it's gonna have all the characters. It's gonna have all new characters, but Apu is not gonna speak. No politics.
God damn it.
No politic here. No politic.
And Graggle Simpson will be joining the cast again.
Yes!
Play after the game.
Fuck off! No.
What do you want, dude? Graggle is like literally like one of the fan favorite characters.
All right,
I don't know what you're
shut up.
Who's
All right.
Simpson?
Look at Gregor Simpson.
Don't-
man. That's
don't-
it.
no, we're not doing this again.
You're gonna see
We're
a
not
picture of
doing
Graggle,
this
and you're gonna go like, yeah.
What the hell is this?
We're not doing
He's
this
iconic
again. He's not
character.
real.
Oh.
Yeah. He's one of the best
This
characters.
again.
Tate, he's one of the best characters in the show, right? You agree?
This is hilarious.
He's a cool design, man.
He's a fucking.
I hate this bit. He looks
Dude,
like a
he's been in
Sesame
every
Street
episode.
character. He's not real, man.
He was pretty good in the Simpsons movie. I liked him in that.
Fuck off.
Oh, okay. Dude, they had Rob Schneider voice him too. That was a weird departure. I don't know.
Dude, his cameo in the Family Guy.
Bro
Simpsons
did
Cross
not
episode
voice
is
Graggle
insane.
Simpson in the movie.
This is actually so funny that he's just a guest.
Don't
like
you
this.
dare call him a Simpson. He was never. He doesn't exist.
Graggle Simpson.
I'm not
Some
looking.
cracker drew him on
one
Twitter
day,
25 years ago, and they were like, "Yeah,
Oh my
fuck yeah,
God.
Graggle's the best character." I'm like, "Fuck you."
one day, some like way too online loser in the writer room is going to get in on that, and they're going to start putting Graggle in episodes, and it's just not going to be nearly as funny. It's just,
Yeah.
it's way better.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
With how
That show,
constantly
man.
online.
That show is
Like they had Kyle Gordon on the fucking show. I'm pretty sure they would know about Graggle
God.
Simpson.
I'm
I
reading the
forgot,
Graggle
dude.
Ball. This is amazing.
Why? Only pay for what you buy.
only pay for what you want.
How can you say he's not literally there in the picture? There's like a circle.
Yeah, he's right
right
there, dude. You're a race, dude. Like, okay, I get it. If he's not your favorite character, like, you know, like I get that you're not like a huge fan of his, but like, you got to be more respectful.
Also, Cass, you got to keep in mind too. He's one of the first like openly like
No.
characters. Yeah. Oh.
The shit, man.
Real. I have one more question for our friends, unless we want to, and of course, this surrounds. I mean, you're the Star Wars facts guy.
Yeah,
So we kind of got to talk a little bit about Star Wars, just a little bit. And this,
God.
maybe this is bridging into what
dude.
maybe this is bridging into what we got. Maybe it's not, depending on what you want to do for what I'll say is, we also had discussions about how Star Wars is discussed and how Star Wars is interpreted by people. And in the wake of Andor finally ending, you are obviously still very active in the discussing Star Wars. You're still very active in discussing films of Star Wars. And you're still very active in just engaging with the fan base. What is the vibe for you right now when it comes to how people are consuming Star Wars as opposed to 10 months ago when you were on the pod? And do you think it's improved? Do you think it's gotten worse? And how have you taken in some of the reaction to Andor season 2 in that time? Out of curiosity,
I think the fandom was at a state where they were kind of learning how to have discussions, and Andor really brought back the community and like the kind of discourse in a good way. I think the community has now resorted to self-cannibalizing to the point where I see people like mad because they agree, because they're not agreeing at the right level, because they're not interpreting things the same way. And I think like Andor being such a layered and textual show is really cool because there's a lot of interpretations. You can really have discussions about all the themes and about all the characters, because every character is three-dimensional and super cool. But now it's to the point where people are getting mad because your view of the character doesn't line with your view. And I'm like, cool, you're 5 years old, you eat glue, you don't have like a coherent thought, but you're ruining it for everyone else. It's just deeply frustrating that we're on the precipice of like, wait a minute, we can actually talk about Star Wars and really enjoy it together. But again, the community would rather self-cannibalize and eat themselves up and spit each other
What would Darth Vader think?
Okay. Hold up.
is this Reading fire? Is this Reading fire?
Hey, dudes. The Empire is really chill. You should
join it, yo.
You should like join, yo.
How do you do, fellow Padawans?
Greatest Star Wars content that'll never be released. Is that true?
Yeah, it's bleak. It's bleak. I think total nuclear annihilation is warranted, and I think rapture is coming for all involved in this film. It's not good. We are going from the height of Star Wars in the past couple of years, our Jedi peak Viver and peak Door season 1 and peak 2. We're going to the coal mines. Coal production has reached 1 billion.
We saw that Lucasfilm produced AI video where they were showing the animals or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like a snail peacock, and I'm like, all right, cool.
What the fuck was that?
These aren't Star Wars characters.
I didn't believe it was real. Like
it's like the Graggle of Star Wars.
Graggle's real though. But.
Graggle's real.
Graggle was a real human creation, so it all.
But like the freaking. The clip from the TED Talk is terrible. It's like, oh yeah, we're going down and imagining what it's like to be on a Star Wars planet. And it's like this fucking Italian brain rot memes where the things are just squished together.
Bombadillo crocodilo.
Yeah, it's like snail peacock. I'm like, okay.
It's like that fucking...
How is this going to help me pay for my family?
Y'all ever seen that clip from The Simpsons where it's like the Republican convention, Democratic convention. It's like, we can't govern. We're just plain evil. It's like that's what Star Wars is, right? It's just like that's what Star Wars is, and that's what Marvel is.
And Jedi Survivor, we can govern.
We can govern.
The Favloni congregation were pure evil. Yeah.
Yep.
I think the Favloni congregation is gathering outside the theater for The Mandalorian and Grogu in about a year's time. So it's bleak. It's over.
It's bleak.
It's over.
How are we going? It's just the thing. This is like so difficult to wrap your head around. Like I know, Simon, you're privy, but you haven't seen all of it. But you're privy to the matters. Cass, I think you've a bit privy. Wyatt, you've watched the show, but it's like, how are we gonna go from like Stormtroopers are scary again. TIE fighters are scary again. Imperials are like evil and conniving and two-faced to like slapstick Imperials. Like, I think there needs to be that dissonance and that disconnect of like, you can have different interpretations, but it's like A5 Japanese Wagyu, dog food. Like, we
Ice
can't
soup.
do it. Ice We can't do it, dude. We can't do it. We're going from freaking like, the audience is sitting locked in, like, oh boy, another ISB discussion scene. I can't wait. to Thrawn being like, I like looking at pictures because it makes me smart. Like, I can't do it.
I forgot. Thrawn looks like Elon, and he's just over there going like, legalized comedy.
Thrawn.
Legalized comedy.
Legalized comedy. I'm becoming Imperial.
I'm becoming Imperial. I'm become me.
I'm a meme.
Thrawn calls all rebellion members reek. Can't finish that. Can't finish.
No.
Stupid.
Right.
Ron Segura.
Yeah, like the rebels are kind of woke and they've made comedy illegal. Yeah, it's really sad. I just wanted to prove the TIE Defender would be good for your country.
It's the not looking up at the camera that's doing it for me. Just like
yeah.
It's not very scary anymore. They're all woke.
So the rebels want to be free, and I think that's fucking woke. It's me, the critical drinker from Earth.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that is the state of Star Wars.
Speaking of critical drinking, I want to die. What have we all brought to the fucking... What have we all brought to the table? What we got, bro? What we got?
Take 5.
What, do I have to go first again?
You can if you want. If you don't want to,
you went last time.
Actually, do you know what? I'm calling in audible. Simon, I want you to go first.
I like that.
Yeah, Simon, you go first, buddy.
God, he knew.
You
he
bitch.
knew what he was doing here because I said this off camera. Full disclosure, folks. I've got nothing. I've got jack shit this week. I haven't watched anything.
Job on this podcast.
I've been fucking busy. I've been doing stuff. So fuck it. I'm just going to throw something random out there. I'm going to throw out a movie that I've been thinking about a lot recently that I watched for the first time a few months ago. And I don't believe I brought it to the pod. I don't think I brought it.
Of all characters, fucking Kamek.
All right, yeah. We almost hold up a McDonald's toy for me to say what I brought.
Wait.
Yeah.
Shit, where's it gone? Redstone brick.
Cool. 1, 2, 3. I brought Robert Eggers' The Witch, 2016. That's what I'm bringing.
Jesus Christ!
All
right,
get out of here. No.
Bitch.
When you mentioned Robert Eggers earlier, and which was again funny because I've really been thinking about this movie again because one of those definitely not AI self-tweeting cinema accounts put out a tweet putting out one of the scenes from The Witch, and I felt like I was sinning. Choosing to click on it and like it, but it was a scene from The Witch featuring Anya Taylor-Joy and Ralph Ineson. And we talk about the lighthouse a lot. We joke about the lighthouse a lot. Roger Peter running away. And the Northman.
Dance Winslow. Dance
Winslow. We talk about the Northman a lot, which I think is a very good movie. It's flawed. It is definitely a little flawed.
I fucking love the Northman. I'm sorry. I will never ever hate that movie.
It's great. But the first half of that movie, you gotta trudge through. You gotta fight through a little bit at the beginning. But when it gets to like the second half of the movie, that's when it's a real movie right there. Full disclosure, I haven't seen Nosferatu yet. I think The Witch is Robert Eggers' best movie. I still maintain that it is. I
haven't seen Nosferatu?
I've not seen Nosferatu yet. I'm going to.
I haven't either.
What?
Doors over there, pal.
It's been out for like 6 months.
Things were bad, man.
I can't believe, dude. You just said The Witch is his best movie.
I like the Green. Oh wait,
is
he
that a
didn't do
closet
Green Knight,
door?
did he?
Wow, I thought that was like his room door.
Yeah, he's coming out the
Going back
closet
in the
finally.
closet,
Here
man.
it
He
comes.
was so.
He was
back in
being
the
brave the whole time, like having like your family.
Simon, it's time. It's Pride Month. Come out the closet.
I think for the
gone.
viewers
Alright,
on
so let's-
Spotify.
Oh
Whoa.
fuck! It's the witch.
Holy shit!
Simone!
Abby
Simone!
It's about time.
So, The Witch 2016, director Robert Eggers.
How the hell did you?
So this was just sitting in my closet. I was looking for I was feeling around for my Donkey Kong mask, but I couldn't find it, unfortunately. So I decided to go for this.
So you saw Princess Peach?
Yes, actually, this is Anya Taylor-Joy in The Witch.
Okay.
For real, I'm gonna keep this on for the rest of the pod. It's really itchy, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I think this movie's really impressive to me because I'm not a huge like period piece drama guy. Like I'm not really one for. I'm more like a contemporary kind of guy. Call me woke. I don't know. Say whatever you want about me.
Aren't you a stage actor? Get the
I am
fuck
also
out.
a big stage guy. And you know what? You know what I was going to say? Fun fact. I think The Witch would be a really enjoyable play because it's very low-key location. There's not a lot going on.
I didn't know he was in it. Tom Hiddleston. Wow.
What is it? I don't even know. I don't even.
All right, so look, he didn't need that. All right, he's had a rough day. You're just adding to it. Look, just let him have this, man.
No
When is
politics.
Simon had a good day, man?
Please, I don't want any gossip now. No gossip.
I breaded mac and cheese balls for 5 hours, and this guy just hit me with a Tom Hiddleston joke. That was my
5
day.
hours.
Yeah, dude, we don't fuck about at. Can't say my job name here, unfortunately. I will not be doing that. Again, I think this movie is just very, very tense. You talk about movies that frighten you. You talk about hopelessness. We're talking about this with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think The Witch is like one of the most hopeless, dour, depressing horror movies I think I've ever watched in my life because it's just this family ripping itself apart because they think Satan is infiltrating. And I won't spoil if they're right or not, but there's a black goat with pointed horns, and you know the kids start screaming random things and fucking convulsing on the ground, and, you know, and
that goat
people start
fucking scary, man. That's
Black Phillip. That's the
when it's like implied that he's like speaking and you don't see him speak. It's like,
and there's a couple shots where you can hear like vague whispering in the background, and then you realize by the end of the movie that definitely was him. Like it definitely was.
Yeah.
And it's just also a bunch of absolutely fantastic performances. I believe this was the breakout for Anya Taylor-Joy, if I'm not mistaken, because she is just fucking amazing in this movie. Again, this is a very old-timey, takes place in it's called a folktale. It takes place in like the 1600s. And the dialogue can be very, very dense at times. The dialogue can be very hard to understand, but I think this movie does a very good job at making it understandable for dumb, stupid idiot brains like me who don't study up and don't read old classic literature, I guess. And it's just, again, it's kind of like this bottle film. It's just it's really harrowing watching this family tear itself apart. I think it's shot beautifully. The tone is unmatched from the moment. You're like, this is just not going to go well at all. I can just feel it in my bones the entire time. And without spoiling, the ending of this movie is just one of the craziest final shots in a horror movie I think I've ever seen in my life, and like the implications of it. I won't give away what it is if you haven't seen it because you should really watch this movie. I think it's a modern classic. It's one of my favorite horror movies. I think it's a great movie. I know we kind of mean I mean what I say. Again, I love The Lighthouse. I love The Northman. I will watch Nosferatu, and I'm sure his werewolf movie that is literally so creatively named Werewolf will be quite good. But I'm gonna say The Witch is still his best work, and I might just watch it again. I'm gonna go five sort of funny, sort of terrifying shots of a black goat stabbing a dude against the wall out of nowhere.
That's your star rating?
Out of 5, yes. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my rating.
Well done.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Well done.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Star Wars Facts Guy. Do you want to go next, or?
I'm going to go next. I'm not going to talk about Star Wars because I just thought of a better idea.
Thank fucking
Good.
God! Oh my God!
Gotta change his name to fucking Fallout Facts Guy over here.
I need to talk about this because r/serious, I genuinely think it's one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen in my life. And it's changed the way I view a lot of taboo subjects. And I think it handles it so brilliantly. But I also know when I bring it up that everyone here is not going to take it seriously and laugh.
No, I'll take it seriously.
No. I think it'll make for excellent comedy. So that's why I'm going to bring it up. Because I care. I care about what the fans want. In February, let me get the date. February 28th, because it's a leap was it a leap year? I don't fucking know. February 28th, right? I watched In the Realm of the Senses, right? It's a Japanese movie from 1976 about a man, and he goes to this little like inn, and the women there, they have like the whole thing. They look after the men, they bring them tea and everything. They look after them, and he starts a relationship with this one of the women there, all right? And, they're in love, and they're fucking, and they're having sex all the time. The gimmick with this movie is that all the sex in it was real. It was all real. All the actors, they were on screen fucking straight laying pipe. It was real. It was consented to. It was happening, right? It was all happening. It is one of the few films to ever do this in history. So I watched this in the theater, and I watched it with 20 other people. And about 20 minutes in, I realized, I was like, it's kind of going to be straight pornography for the next 2 hours, isn't it? And it was. I'm not going to lie to you. But that being said, it's one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen in my life. It is genuinely Titanic in the way that it just explores two people connecting, falling in love. It's like they're having sex, but there's also quiet moments, so they're just like wrapped into each other and they're being all cute and stuff. And it's all the emotions and the heaviness. Boy, I tell you, I was surprised. You know what? I'm an ethical gooner. I'm saying.
You know what? It's good to admit it.
I saw on camera. I was ethical gooning.
I am glad you brought this up. This is what you brought, because I do want to speak about these types of films. Right?
This was insane. Yeah.
Because there was a time where we had standards. Yeah. You know what I mean? The internet has ruined that for the most part.
Yes.
This stuff that you see today, the violence in movies and sex on TV, is just not the best. It is.
Where are those good old-fashioned values?
Yes. But here's the thing, though, man. And obviously, this movie's, you could say it's poor, but there's a lot more to it, like you said.
Absolutely.
There is a time where you would literally find pornography back in the day, back in the 70s. And you would actually see some of the most beautiful visuals you've ever seen in your life. And it's like, wait a minute, what is this? What the fuck?
Point me to this pornography for research purposes.
Point me to this right now.
Oh, good heavens.
And I'm just like, why don't we have that? Like if we have to live in this world of just like, sex and all this other, shit, temptation, all that, like, why can't we just make it look cool at least? Actually add some essence, some oomph to it,
Absolutely.
And it's like,
where's the fire CapCut transitions during it?
Because I was watching this movie, right? And I was thinking about it, and it's like all the sex and all the nudity was so tasteful and so beautiful and so intimate. Like they're making love, and people walking in the room and they're like, oh my gosh, and they're just like, no, they just invested in their love and themselves. Like there's this gorgeous shot. Okay, how do I segue into this?
Of his seed spilling on her face.
Spoiler
If you want to see hard penetration with no spoilers, watch the movie and come back.
The whole bit is that it's so much obsession and desire that she kills him and herself so that no one can be with, like, at the end, right? So one of the final shots is like him laying on the ground and he's like asleep and she's standing above him, but she's like fully naked and she's got like a knife like casually in her hand, and the way it's lit and everything, it is like gorgeous. It's like a fucking painting. It's beautiful. But like if you had that in a Western movie, it's like boobies, blah 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 blah. But it's like this is just natural beauty. Like I was thinking about Nora. I don't like Nora. I didn't enjoy the movie. Right? All the sex in that movie is like TikTok editing, like hyper boom boom boom, shock boobies, like sex. It's like fucking lame cringe shit for like Redditors and like 13-year-olds. But like this was beautiful. This like changed the way like I viewed that kind of stuff in general and in film. Like it was so tasteful and so beautiful, and the way it was done was just like spellbound. I would go watch it again in a packed theater. I would go watch it again.
So
like,
do you know like how did this movie like come to be? Like what like how was it conceptualized?
This director, like, he does a lot of this stuff, and when people sign on to his movies, he's like, hey, by the way, I want this to be done in the movie. I want it to be done authentically. Are you cool with that before you sign on to this movie? And everyone's like, yeah, we're cool. So it's like, great. So, in light of today's Horizon
I was
Chapter
just
2
about to
news,
say.
He asked everyone beforehand, are you cool with us filming this kind of stuff? And they were like, yep, sure, cool. It's fine with us. And he asked everyone on set, are you guys cool with us filming this stuff? Crazy. It's awesome. It's the way to do it. Like, if you're not doing it like the old 80s horror movie way of like, yeah, let's just like, oh, we want to have nudity, we'll hire porn stars and strippers. Like, if you're not doing it that way, then do it this way. Just ask people. It's a fucking beautiful movie. Watch it. Invite your family. It's a good time. It's fucking fun for everyone.
Don't watch softcore porn with your family. Don't do that.
I want to add a little bit here because I think this is something I actually could talk about briefly. Because I filmed a sex scene on stage. No.
My penis
I was in a Christmas Carol. There's no sex in a Christmas Carol.
Hey man.
The Jim Carrey one. Yes.
In my years at acting school, like we weren't just talking about like actors and directors and stuff. We're talking about like all various roles in like filmmaking and on set and stuff like that. And obviously, I think intimacy coordinators come up like that. That's a big talk. That's a big talk, especially when we talk about that stuff. And it's like in a lot of ways, the industry has obviously gotten better in the fact like you have people who are like, in theory, they're supposed to be there to make the whole thing more comfortable, to make the thing feel more natural. But it's kind of like what you're saying, Tate. It's like I feel like most of these people haven't fucked, for lack of a better term. Like they just kind of like it's like there's a great comedy bit in one of these in a show I watch on Dropout, where this guy's pretending to be an intimacy coordinator. It's like I got this job by taking a certificate online. I've never fucked or loved a woman. I am 21 years old. It's like a bunch of people who really like. In theory, like they get like in essence how it should go, but they don't understand like the tenderness, like you were talking about, and just like the softness and like honest to God, like when it comes to sex, like that is a form of it's love making. It's a form of love, and it's physical love, right? And people kind of forget about that. I think there are still filmmakers who do it. I think there are still people who are very tasteful, but. You're kind of right, and to hear that, I actually kind of want to watch this movie now. I'm kind of curious.
It is genuinely really fucking good. It's just you do need to be prepared for the fact that it's softcore porn.
I want to watch this movie now.
Can we watch this together? Can we watch it on the pod? Can we have?
We'll do it for
guys, $3 for the Patreon. $3 for the Patreon.
Wyatt's gonna watch it at 3 a.m. and fall asleep with his dick.
We're gonna watch Freaky Ass Stepsister Enters Your Room.
Wyatt will do the dubbing. He's gonna voice dub it all.
No, we gotta dub it like the fucking Godzilla dubs, where it's just like, yes, of course, like just like do the really hard American.
What a rock instead of tits.
I bet you an English dub of that movie would go fucking insane.
Oh my goodness!
Yes, you just reminded me of that South Park episode where Kenny's like getting high.
Well, Kenny takes the drugs.
And he goes fucking. You can lather my drugs.
He's like, I see you saw my daughter's awesome rockin' tits.
It's the funniest fucking shit ever. Oh my god.
That's my movie.
Even the fountain of boobage.
Of the senses. In the realm of
how
the
many
senses.
boobs out of boobs would you give this?
I would give it a 5. I don't like numbers. Numbers are for losers who do math. I don't like numbers. It is a beautiful...
Okay, well then give me an order. Give me an order you would get. Like, how good is the order you got from the cinema? Like, are you getting a hot dog? Are you getting popcorn?
Japanese A5 Wagyu with a red wine. And a kiss on the neck. So, it was beautiful. It's one of my favorite things I've seen this year.
You know what's the opposite of that movie is fucking 50 Shades of Grey, a movie that is not sexy at all.
No, movie. Also, 50 Shades of Grey, only Dakota Johnson is naked in that movie, right? In this movie, dick balls everywhere.
Yes! Dick! Balls!
Equality, bro. If you're gonna do these scenes, the dude needs to be shown.
Fingers!
Painters!
Snooping as usual, I see.
Has to happen. Yes, in the realm of sense, watch it. That's really good.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll watch it, actually.
Well,
friends.
I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna hit Simon specifically with that fucking...
With what? Oh.
Joker's Trick. Because I brought an album
He did it
Oh,
again!
fuck off.
He did it again! Oh my god!
This guy, dude.
This asshole.
I brought a fucking album because I've been going back through the catalog and I have never heard this in full.
Shabuzi.
Especially Shabuzi. That's why I got the hat.
Rita
Carpenter.
Carpenter.
I'm talking about the debut album of the Gorillaz, baby.
Yes.
All right. I fuck with that.
24 years ago, these guys, right? Can you even fucking imagine? Damon Albarn, right? Really interesting character from Blur. One of the most interesting bands in a while because they were dickheads. There's a really famous Nardwuar interview where they were bullying him the whole time, pushing him around. Literally, it made me want to kill them all.
Yes, you and I referenced that Liam Gallagher interview a lot, where he's asked, like, what's the most overrated band of all time?
So Damon goes, I've got a great idea. How about I get this random bloke, this random black dude, and this random Asian girl who's like really young and can play the guitar, bass guitar, whatever she plays, I can't remember.
And we become
get them together, and the Gorillaz are a band that are animated. This is I'm surprised this hasn't been like at least attempted to be replicated. Like, this is the only band that's done something like this. And it's fucking fascinating going to see them in concert, and they have the characters on screen, and like Damon's just being himself. It's such a cool contrast between that and Blur, because they're completely different bands.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, this is my favorite Gorillaz album for one reason. It is still kind of like Blur. There are some songs in here that you're like, that was just a B-song.
Big
from Blur 100%.
fan!
Legit. And people are gonna be like, why this one? Why not Demon Days? Why not Plastic Beach? Even Humans is a good album. I'm like, dude, you need to sit the fuck down, because I feel like albums, you need to judge it off of, is this a dance track or is this a sit the fuck down, put your earphones in and listen to it kind of album?
Yeah, the difference between Olivia and Sabrina. Yeah.
Exactly.
Who's the one you're listening to and who's the one you're dancing to? I actually don't know.
Sabrina is in the club. Olivia's in my headphones at home.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
So that's what this album
Damn,
is.
that's a good analogy, bro.
That's a really good analogy.
Holy shit.
This is that kind of album times 20. You got Tomorrow Comes Today. You got Clint Eastwood, one of their best
song
songs
is fucking
ever.
amazing.
That riff,
song is
man.
fucking fantastic.
You got Rock the House. You got 192000. That song's fucking
my favorite.
fantastic.
That's my favorite. Is 192000.
There is a song on here called M1A1, and for the first 2 minutes, it's a pretty good instrumental with Damon going, "Hello, is anyone there?" for 2 minutes.
Awesome.
My favorite song of the album is called Double Bass. It is a brilliant bass led instrumental, and then halfway through the song, there's a 5-minute song. Halfway through the song, you just hear Damon go, "Sometimes I'm uncomfortable, sometimes unbearably so," and then it just keeps going like nothing happened.
Yeah,
It is such a vibe song. I need someone to make an edit to Double Bass by Gorillaz. It is
Dude,
fucking
5 over 4? 5 over 4 as well? That's a
5/4 is a brilliant song. It's in 5/4, surprisingly. She made me kill myself. Come on. It's
He's
great.
so real for that. He's so real for that.
And then obviously the remixes they put at the end, the Soul Child remix for Gorillaz is great. But then you have the like reggae type beat they added for Clint Eastwood, and that's like one of the best remix songs of all time. That shit is incredible. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time. It is an album. There's not a lot to talk about.
I got a funny story.
What's up?
About my introduction to the Gorillaz.
Hit me.
Thinks he's funny. All right.
I was about 6 years old, right? 7 maybe. I was watching the TV because MTV was on, and there was a show called Hello World, which was basically like a little 30-minute thing that just showcases a bunch of bands from all across the world. Very cool show. And one of them was the Gorillaz, and it was Feel Good Inc. And as a kid, when I was like 6 years old seeing this, my mom was fucking blown by what I was seeing. I was like, is this what cartoons can fucking be? And I was like, what the fuck? This music is so cool.
Feel Good Inc. is one of the best songs ever made. It's just
so good.
It's just a fucking brilliant song.
Those kind of music videos, I love when a music video has animated characters in it. There's a song by Paula Abdul from early 90s called Opposites Attract.
Oh, yeah.
With fucking DJ Scat Cat.
Yeah.
They're choreographed dancing with a real life female. It's like,
Dude,
That's
the video
so
for the music video for "Breaking the Habit" by Linkin Park. That video is fucking awesome.
Dude,
Like, that's
I
one of the
love
coolest
animated videos.
videos ever, man.
Debut album, one of the best debut albums of all time. You never get a really, really good debut album like this one. Gorillaz, up there, it's one of the best bands ever made. This album's a solid 9 out of 10, I think. This is
solid.
fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Go listen to it.
I will say I think I am a Plastic Beach truther purely because On Melancholy Hill is also one of my favorite songs of all time. That song is one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my life. So but still,
again, I'll say again, you can like any of the albums. I did the Trump hand.
No, you
can
can't.
like any of the albums. You can like any of them. I don't care. Except the latest one. That one's okay. It's not great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, seriously, go listen to this fucking album. It's so good.
Very nice.
Oh,
Good stuff,
It's
man.
clapping the new thing. It's clapping the new thing. I think that's my new.
polite.
That's my new gimmick.
It's polite. Yeah. It's good manners. Right, Wyatt.
All right.
you fucking turnip.
What are you sniffing? What is that?
Oh no, I was just like going.
Coke.
Yeah.
Hello, Spotify
All
listener.
right.
You have no idea what you just.
He was doing some lean.
Lean? Sniff lean?
Taking promethazine. Solid enough.
I can't put down the.
I have an album
I
for
can't
you,
put down
Dave
the-
Blunts.
No.
Dude,
Wyatt's
Dave
gonna
Blunt's on the phone, man.
Wyatt's gonna be like, yeah, I have an album, Bully by Kanye West.
No.
Guys, this is a great song. It's called Cousins.
Say on Twitter.
Could you sing Cousins for us? Could you sing a little bit?
Oh, please.
Every day, dirty magazines.
Oh.
Do they like the
Oh,
things they
man.
say on Twitter? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, I want everyone to get serious here.
No.
R/serious.
Oh, so- okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna save all the Mission Impossible talk for a little bit later in the year, in the
Yeah,
couple
we
months,
should wait.
whatever.
All right.
We're gonna do a little bit of a summer review of everything, and I'm gonna wait for that when we've all seen it. So, I'm gonna tell you right now, though, because this has just been bugging me for several weeks. This is Tate knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, he knows.
Oh no.
But
Because this is kind of
crime
a
scene, folks.
this is one, but it's two. This is
I'm locked in
one
already. I'm already
story
locked in.
with two adaptations, and that is The Last of Us Part 2.
God damn it! Fuck no!
Or
No!
Season 2 if you prefer.
No! Oh no!
speak the
I'm
truth.
very glad that I'm going last here because this is probably going to take up a lot of time.
The Last of Us.
I'm the last.
I feel like Wyatt's about to like analyze a corpse and embalmment, and I'm just like hyping him up in the background. Like, fucking tell him again, tell him again.
Slash
We're just gonna say this now. Fucking.
Yes. Oh, we're spoiling the whole fucking thing. For the 4 people out there who haven't played Last of Us, sorry, but whatever. Anyway,
Or seen the show at this point. Fucking like.
I don't care, man, if you've seen the show or not. So let's take it back. Take it back a little bit.
Oh,
I played the first game. I was late to the party on the first game. Way late. 2018 is when I played it.
Whoa!
2018 is when I played this year. And I was like, oh yeah, I never played this. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. And I played it, and I was like, holy shit, that was awesome. That was a great fucking game. I love this. I love the ending. I thought, and at this point, the sequel was already announced, so I was just kind of like, wow, I kind of wish they didn't do a sequel, but whatever. No worries, whatever. And then that fucking trailer came out in 2018, that gameplay trailer when they at E3. No, was it E3? Yes, E3 2018.
Yeah, it was E3 2018. Yep.
One of the most beautiful
God
presentations ever, dude. So the E3 was going on a whole building and everything. They went to a whole separate building to showcase this Last of Us gameplay with the lights from the fucking dance party in the game. They had a whole music thing, and they showed the fucking gameplay. And I was like, holy shit, man. This is unreal.
One of the
This
greatest
is insane.
E3 presentations ever of a video game in my life.
Because you're just watching that scene where Dina and Ellie kiss and everything, and then it pans over and it's Ellie like fucking stabbing this guy's throat.
Fuck! And she's just
And then
crawling under the
taking
fucking
out-
car. Oh,
Incredible stuff. And then flash forward, and then those leaks happened, and it was a whole This was COVID, by the way, folks. This was May 2020. We were all dying.
Wow.
Dude, I remember this, all right?
Is that when it came out?
Yeah.
No, this is when the leaks happened. This is when the leaks happened.
The leaks were March 2020. The game came out in
Wait.
May.
No.
Because Joel's
Game came out in
death
June.
was really early. Joel's
Like
death-
immediately, like it was one of the first things
I
that
do
came
remember
out.
that.
Was Joel's
Yes.
death. That was like one of the
I
first.
remember my
things.
brother being like, they killed Joel. Oh no.
When I saw that, I wasn't so much surprised or angry at that. I was very upset because I was like, I wish I didn't know that because I would have loved to play that and see that unfold. And then we got all the other leaks, and I remember being told like, oh yeah, so what happens is you start playing as this girl that killed Joel for like the whole second half, and then the end of the game you kill Ellie as her. And I'm just like, what the fuck? That sounds stupid as fuck. And I was, let people talk about like, oh, this and that, and then whatever. I played the game and I thought the game was incredible. Put all my worries aside. I was like, check them out the door.
It is top 10 games ever made, without question. Like,
I love that fucking game, and I just replayed it. I just replayed it too because of this fucking show. Because HBO's Last of Us first season, fine. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
It's okay.
Season 2, man.
Look at his face, man. I can tell what's about to happen.
The first episode was okay.
Shut up. No.
Come on. Come on. Give me something, HBO. Give me something.
I don't blame the cast. I don't blame the cast for it.
No.
It's not their fault.
No.
I think that Craig Mazin is probably one of the worst people to ever adapt this game because he has a fundamental misunderstanding of every single character in this game, in the specific story. First off, why isn't Abby jacked?
Fucking, that's the most basic thing. The most basic thing. And he didn't do it.
I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
The whole point of the character is that she's like a non-traditional, like feminine.
And she's also kind of vulnerable too because she's afraid of heights, and she's also kind of scared by a lot of things that she doesn't really talk about. And I also found that very interesting about her. There was a whole bunch of layers to that character, which
that's crazy.
Again, just how they do Ellie in this, man, compared to her in the game is just flat out embarrassing. Flat out fucking embarrassing. Because what we're doing is we are basically saying, oh, no, Ellie she's 19 here, but she's still a child. And I'm just like, the fuck do you mean, man? She's a grown-ass adult in the game, man. She is I'm sorry, man, to keep comparing it, but like, Ashley Johnson's performance in that game is haunting. It is incredible. Like, I don't know how you were able to even go to that, like, and Bella Ramsey is just doing MCU.
Not her fault. Again, not her fault.
I don't think it's their fault. I don't think it's their fault.
But again, it's just
not their fault. Yeah.
It's the fact that, like, okay, so the idea of Last of Us Part 2 is that you are basically mowing down hundreds of people to find one person and for revenge, pretty much, right? The show, Ellie kills, like, what, 4 people? 2 of them are an accident.
Yeah. No dog.
And no dog. We can't do that. That's not one. God, we sorry to talk about this, but just like, again, the game, how much better it is. It's just anytime you kill someone and some NPC just goes, "Oh my god, they killed Josh!" No, it's like, holy shit! Like, that was so effective in telling that story they were telling. And in this, man, it's just Ellie's not doing any of that, man. She's not killing anyone. She doesn't feel like she's serious. I kind of question why she's even doing this at all.
The world building in the game, you're right. It's like everyone has a personality, even like the random NPCs.
And the way the game is structured too, it's like it's told so out of order. The part where like we don't even know what happened between Ellie and Joel until like midway through the game. We don't find out how they even if they even resolved it until the very end, and that's when the big emotion hits, and you're like, fuck, that was amazing.
Dude, I'm literally like welling up with tears as you like describe it, because it's one of the most like powerful things I've ever seen in any form of media is that scene with Ellie and Joel.
They should do that in season 2. They should do that in season 2.
Oh yeah, they did that already. Not only that,
Why
they combine
I'm
two.
gonna let you go, but when you get to the porch, can I talk about the porch? Can I talk about the
So
porch?
I'm going to talk about that right now.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
What they do is they combine that porch scene from the end of the game, and if you play the game, you know what it is. And they do that, and they combine the scene from the game where Ellie tells Joel, or Joel tells Ellie that he lied to her. They combine those scenes into one fucking scene. Simon, you want to take this?
This is why structure is so important in any form of media, especially in a video game, especially in a game with a story that is as contentious, as controversial, as polarizing as Last of Us 2. Because, like, especially just given the scenario that Last of Us 2 went through, right, with the leaks and how we all went into it with this very preconceived notion of what it was when we were very, very wrong about it, and we had a very negative connotation going in, and we had to wait for the game to come out to prove us wrong, right? My big issue with it, see, it's so bad Tate had to get off camera. That's how fucking bad it is.
It happens.
I cry for a second. It's fucking.
My issue is not even necessarily like I hate the fact that it's placed here. I hate the fact that they showed it this early. I think it's such a waste. I think it's going to, because this show will inevitably get to the end of the second game. I won't get into the ending of season 2.
5 seasons later.
Yeah. It's going to rob that moment from the end of the game of all of its power. It's not going to hit the exact same way. It's not gonna feel any more of like a release. It's not gonna have that bittersweet, melancholic feeling that the game has. My bigger problem is that I feel so bad for Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, because you can see they are trying with this material. They are acting. Pedro is like forcing on every bit of trauma that he has ever had in his life in the back of his brain to bring forth all these tears and this like genuine emotion. But it's wasted because they spend the whole time telling you how Joel feels. He has to talk about how, I love you in the way that you just don't understand. And I know she'd be lucky to have you as a line in the game, but he makes such a big point out of it in the show. It has been dumbed down for children and for people who have never played the game before. And I understand you can't adapt it 100% accurately, but just because you can't do it 100% accurately doesn't mean you have to eliminate all the nuance and the subtlety and that scene is so great in the game because of all that's not said. There are all these moments where they're just silent. It's a very brief, simple conversation that they have. But it just hits you like a fucking ton of bricks. Like when Joel says in the game, if the Lord gave me a chance to do that again, I would do it all over again. That's all he has to say. Yeah. That's all he has to say. He doesn't have to talk about how much he loves Ellie.
Not only that, the part where Ellie just goes, I don't think I can ever forgive you, but I'd like to try. And Joel just goes, I'd like that. Yeah. And that's it. That's all you need.
So powerful. It's again, I'm getting emotional just talking about it and not even experiencing the scene itself. Like I'm actually like, I don't know, man. That was the moment, because like up to that point, I was like, I didn't hate it. I was like, I'll be honest, I actually like this adaptation of Dina. I honestly do. I think Isabella Merce is a great actress. I actually like this.
Oh, she's a great actress, and also, anyway,
this guy,
this fucking guy, he's an ethical. This is an unethical gooner right here.
The bad and the Bruv
reason. We're gonna read you to the chop.
I got to that point in the show, and then I realized I was like, they have, like you said, there's a fundamental misunderstanding. Craig Mazin is a hack. He doesn't understand,
and just as much of a hack. And again, he made 2 excellent games. Is fucking Neil Druckmann. He is just as much of a hack because he
Hollywood
came out like a dumbass, like a fucking dumbass comes out and goes, "Oh yeah, the Fireflies absolutely could have made a cure," and just completely just ruins that.
Congrats, you just ruined all the interesting the argument behind that whole ending, the entire point. And the fact that really, no matter how much you argue whether what Joel did was right or wrong, it doesn't fucking matter. It's not about that. It's not about society. It's about him and Ellie. That's the whole point of the story.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all I had to say about it. I'm going to let Wyatt
go look up Neil Druckmann early life.
I'm sure he's gonna. I'm sure the thing that's annoying is he's probably gonna write a pretty good story for that new game he's doing. Whatever.
Intergalactic. That could be again. It might be good. Last of Us
Yeah,
1
yeah,
was really good.
Planetary.
Cool, different setting. He's not just doing another like Last of Us scenario, you know. Like, but fuck, man, I'm just again. The porch was my breaking point. That's all I wanted to say on that. I hated it.
And not only that, it's just like we're also just completely axing Tommy's whole motivation too. Tommy was the first one that went out and wanted to find Abby, and this one he stays behind and goes, "Oh no, hold on."
It's so bad. It is genuinely so fucking tragic.
How about taking a character who already wasn't really that strong, like Jesse, but instead of like he's gone.
I'm listening.
He's gone.
He just totally fucking dipped. But imagine taking a character like Jesse, who already like wasn't like the best developed character, and making him even worse. Like he is a complete blank slate. He has no personality in the show whatsoever. The most he gets is fucking, oh, I'm going to be a father. I have to live to be a father. Gee, I fucking wonder how that one's gonna end for you, buddy. I just don't know.
Imagine.
So, yeah, this show is a big piece of shit.
Yes,
big fucking piece of shit. This show is.
One
thing I'll say.
It's a big old piece of trash.
It's a big old piece of trash. No. One thing that I will give this show is actually there's two things. One of them is a no shit, and the other is actually something that kind of surprised me. One, Jeffrey Wright returning as Isaac. Cool. He had a good performance in the part 2, and he was good in this.
Yep.
For the little he's in it, it was good. The other one is the actor playing Jesse from, I forget the actor's name, but he was in that show Beef that I fucking love.
Yes.
He was great. He was great as Jesse, I thought. Not a little bit too much of an asshole, in my opinion, but it was fine.
So
I think
so
for what
your only
given,
two good parts are to be
two completely
actors in this.
And the guys,
characters.
They had to waste time on character development to try and give the character who only exists in the game to be homophobic, who exists to be unlikable. They tried to give him some like weird like little redemption arc. Like that's minutes of screen time that I can't get back.
No, because he's basically like no, Ellie should go out there and kill her. We should absolutely, and he helps him like escape and everything. And then he and Ellie have one final moment, just like okay, but why did he call her a slur though?
Who asked for that? Who asked for any of this? Who really wanted that?
Joe Pantoliano's in the show.
It's mini arcs because they don't know what they're doing. It's mini arcs.
7 episodes, man. 7 fucking episodes.
How did you think you could do even a half of this game in 7 episodes? What was going through your fucking brain? Like
It all kind of adds up when you realize that the games are Neil Druckmann's attempt at like very thinly layered Zionism. The whole eye for the eye makes the world go blind stuff, and it's like, see, revenge is really bad, guys. And now this time it's like the people you think are the enemy might not actually be the enemy, and everyone's kind of coddled and nurtured.
Dude, it's like even in the game there is that whole ordeal. Like obviously, the wolves and the scars are meant to be like. Mm-hmm. Israel and Palestine. That's obviously the
There's no other way to say it. That's just what they are.
Exactly. But it's just like, and I'm just like, I'm playing this game, and I'm just like, this is stupid. Like, I mean, it works in the game, but it's like, as far as a reflection of that, I'm like, that's stupid. If that's what he was going for, that's fucking stupid. Because this is not even
for Yara and Lev. It works for Yara and Lev as characters, not as like an overarching political statement. Like when you look at Yara and Lev's arcs and how that ties into Abby's arc.
If that is what he's going for, he's basically saying the only good Seraphites or Scars are these two people. All the other ones are evil savages and all this other shit. And I'm just like, wow, if that's what he was going for, he's a fucking asshole then.
Wow.
Shit. Like if that's his little. But anyway, no point.
I did think it's also important to bring up that one point because we had a great guest before, our lovely friend Mike. We were talking about this game before with Mike, and he was telling us about how whenever you adapt a video game, you're never going to be able to truly capture the way that the feeling you get when you're playing the game. When you play The Last of Us, and he described it perfectly. He was like, "Oh fuck, I need to avenge Joel." Like, I need to do that. I'm playing as Ellie.
Points of the fucking game.
Yeah.
And I'll end on a better note here because fuck the show. One more thing about the show, actually, that ending, funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
You see somebody edited it with the sound effect that plays when you die in the game, and it just seems like a game over screen. Like it doesn't even look like an actual fucking moment that would happen.
I want to
just like Craig Mazin's like you read all the interviews. Craig Mazin is like
a fucking weirdo.
I need to use the right words. I need to use my nice words. I need to use my nice words.
No, you
Craig
don't.
Mazin is a genuine illiterate troglodyte. He is his fixation with infantilizing Ellie is borderline perverted. It is fucking bizarre that he is so insistent that she acts like a child. Like Bella Ramsey, not their fault. Not their fault. It's not their fault. Making Ellie in that moment go, no, wait, like a scared child. Ellie's like 18 or 19 at that point. It's been like 5 years.
It's ridiculous.
She's tough.
The way Ellie is in the game too, it's like she has survival instinct. She knows what to bring. She knows what to do. And they make
even in the argument of like she still might be on the slight younger side. It's a fictional world where she's been fending off fucking like these creatures and shit, like infected people. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
And on top of that, even like you take age out of it. That's just not who Ellie is. That's why Ellie is interesting. She is selfish. She is not a good person. She is literally she is mowing down, again, like you said, waves and waves of people, beating them to death, stomping their heads in, fucking shooting them with arrows.
She was acting more mature in the first season of the show.
Than this one, yeah.
And it's like, I get like, yes, we know that the whole point is that her arc is that her going for revenge is bad. But you don't have to like make the character seem stupider or seem like less like weaker for that reason. We can tell. We know that this isn't a good idea. We're still with her because we love Joel and we want Joel and we want to avenge Joel just as much as anybody else does. But like, it doesn't change the fact that you've completely robbed that character of all her like genuinely her just I have no other word for it. It's aura. She has this aura of like, I'm coming into this room and no one leaves. Because until I find out who killed Joel, and it's like, and the like Tate said, the infantilization of that is just it completely robs that character of all.
She's a child. She jokes around like an MCU character. Like
it's fucking terrible.
It's bizarre to me. Anyways, Neil Druckmann is a fraud and a hack. He's bastardized his own mythology for like thinly veiled Hollywood envy. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Hideo Kojima's game is coming out. Everyone in Hollywood actually likes him. He actually has a spine and a backbone. He is anti-war. You get punished for violence in his games. He's making a Death Stranding movie. Was getting that done. It is not going to be based on the games because Hideo Kojima understands that you can't translate those stories across. So it's going to be its own story in that world. Neil Druckmann has Hollywood envy and he wanted to make a movie, so he made a game instead. Sucks to be him. Go watch the Death Stranding movie. Go watch Fallout Season 2 on Amazon Prime.
Oh my God, Tate, I'm so glad you said it because I think I remember the mic talk we had last time of like the reason why Fallout works and why, again, a lot of game adaptations doesn't work is because when you're watching a Resident Evil movie, you want to be Leon Kennedy. You don't want to watch Leon Kennedy do things. It's not as fun that way. You want to be Leon. That's why adapting those characters doesn't work, right? Fallout had the right idea. It made a trio of original characters who were all compelling from the start. They all had their own motivation. The player didn't have any preconceived notions of those characters, and they were just entertaining, and they all had arcs that coalesced with it, and it still fit inside the world, and it fit inside the lore. Why the fuck are we like this? I get doing the first game as an adaptation for Last of Us because it's a pretty simple story on the whole, so I understand that. This should have never happened. This should have never happened. We should have never. This should have stopped after season 1. Let Last of Us 2 be a game because that's where it works. That's just how it is.
And that's where I really want to end too on this whole thing with Last of Us. It's just the game. The game is just so much better, man. Like, and it's no question, man.
Yeah.
Even just the gameplay itself, man. When you're playing as Ellie and everything, and you get jumped by those fucking Seraphites, that whistle you hear, the fucking bang, shot right with an arrow and everything, and you have to pull that shit out or your health will deplete. all those mechanics, being able to just pick up a bottle, throw it at someone, stab him in the neck, shoot the other guy. It's like, it's the best.
I feel like even if you're not a gamer, you could just watch someone long play it and pretend like it's a show, and you'd have so much more fun with the fucking lore. The show is so bad. It's such a bad comparison.
Dude,
That's the thing too when you said about they're afraid to make Ellie unlikable in the show, and in the game, there's that certain part where Dina reveals that she's like pregnant or whatever, and Ellie immediately is like, "What the fuck?
I'm gonna be a dad."
Yeah, exactly. Like she immediately is like, "What the fuck? You're a burden now." Like she's pissed at her, and then she just like fucking leaves. She doesn't even like comfort her.
And that's what makes it more sad, is because after Abby spares the two of them, Ellie goes back to the farm and actually enjoys being a mother and is happy about it, but can't still just that pain that she has is like a fucking toxin that's just coated her heart and just,
man, because again, replaying that too is like when I first played, I was like, that was really good. Had some problems here and there. When I replayed it here, I'm just like, oh wow, all those problems I had are now, because I've seen the show, it's like, this is what that would have been if they did those things. Like if they told it in a different order or whatever. And I'm like, oh, it ruins the whole story if they do that. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm playing the game and I finish it. And that final fight scene where you're fighting Abby in the ocean. And Abby at this point is like, she's malnourished, she's beaten the fuck up, she's sunburned. She just wants to leave. She just wants to leave with Lev, and Ellie's just like, no. I need to finish this, and Ellie just can't even do it. They're both just like, what the fuck is this even about anymore? Fuck this. And then Ellie loses everything because she made that decision. And it's amazing. Swear to God, if you do a part 3, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass, Neil Druckmann.
Well, he's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it, and he's gonna be.
He's gotta give her a happy ending. And
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do fucking. I'm a fucking
Unabomber.
No, what's that Jake Gyllenhaal gift from End of Watch? That Jake Gyllenhaal gift from End of Watch where he's showing his gun off. He's like,
he's got a knife, and he's like,
knife, yeah.
Neil Druckmann's gonna be the guy from Kong Skull Island. I'm gonna be like.
Oh, top tier funny. I showed my brother that for the first time. He lost his shit at that part. We had to pause the movie for like 10 minutes afterwards because my brother was done.
Yeah,
he just couldn't.
That is why Kong Skull Island is the best of those movies. That is why.
Yep. To this day.
Rate the show out of 10.
The video game.
Okay, so the show I'm giving. The show I'm giving a broken golf club directly up Craig Mason's ass.
0.
The game I'm giving 5 whole golf clubs right across the face of Neil Druckmann. That's what I'm saying. Mason gets the worst.
Something worth noting, it's like when you replay that game, you're like, damn, my brain was just rotted by the 2 months of horrible leak discussion afterwards. Because again, all those people were saying like those fake stories, like oh, the game ends with Abby killing Ellie, and you play as her, and you have to do it. It's like
Abby's trans. It's woke. It's like
God. Again, when you realize so much your brain is like coded by that shit, and then you play it, and you're like, what was I fucking thinking that 10 minutes ago when I was looking at that shit?
I actually let some of those idiots influence my decision, or try to influence my decision. Like, oh yeah,
everyone did, bro. That's the thing, dude. Everyone did.
Everyone was like, dude, you got to cancel your fucking pre-order, man. This is stupid. You got to take a stand. I'm just like, in the back of my mind, I'm just like, nah, that's stupid. I should just see this to the end.
Yeah, but you got to separate the show from the fucking the game, man. It's not even close. It's not even fair. Like,
yeah,
I remember playing it and being like, dude, like I was like going out of my way to hate it, and I was like nitpicking the entire time. And then like about halfway, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I doing this to myself? I'm not hate playing this. I wouldn't have invested 12 hours into this so far if I was hate playing it or not enjoying myself. Fuck it.
I'm gonna tell you this too. This is a little going back earlier, but kind of off topic. But just like, I miss E3.
Yep, that's real.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. I was looking up those reactions. Dude, those live reaction videos to like the gameplay reveal and everything of people in the audience. And then like,
dude,
way back in
Edeka,
2016.
There was nothing like it. Him watching the directs, there was nothing like it, man.
Man.
The Edeka Smash Ultimate Direct, when his heart rate gets so high to the point where he quite possibly could have died right then and there just because Solid Snake appeared in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
He broke his shelf.
He smashed his shelf down.
I will never forget 2016 E3. That was the fucking E3. That was
the Zelda
E3.
trailer.
We had here's the thing. No, listen. We had Resident Evil 7.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That gameplay reveal.
Banger.
No one ever thought that was going to be Resident Evil 7. Unbelievable. Spider-Man reveal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone heard the rumors and it happened. Last of Us was revealed. That was where the first teaser happened with Ellie playing the guitar. And she's like,
Yep.
I'm going to kill every last one of them. We're like, holy shit, they're actually doing it. South Park. Fucking the South Park game. What was it? Fractured But Whole was there.
Fractured But Whole. Yes.
A bunch of... Dude,
You're right, Simon.
God of
that was
War.
the
God of War 2018 was also
Yep.
was also at 2016's E3, which
and it
was
just makes that too, because like after COVID happened, it's just like they just never wanted to do. Like we have Summer Games Fest with that piece of shit Tate or Jeff Keighley, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
The backyardigans.
Backyardigans. Man.
Yo, Gabba Gabba.
It's just like, dude, I hate the fact that like all these like events now are just kind of like these online things. There's never like a huge crowd anymore. There's never this big celebration of everyone being like happy and excited for all these titles. All these games look like shit now anyway, and it's just like
My dumb ass will continue to tune in.
Yep.
I will.
Because I'm curious.
It's fun.
Say what
But,
you
like,
say
you're
what you want
right.
about Nintendo. At least when Nintendo does a direct, they're like, here is a thing you could be excited for. Here's a Metroid Prime trailer that you could be excited for. You know, like here's a fucking like you have that. A lot of the other ones are just like, look at how cool the controller looks.
Guys,
You know,
this is real.
wait 5 years.
It comes
and
out in
also
2 months.
this-
It comes out in 2 months.
In regards to all that console shit too, Last of Us Part 2 is the PS5 game, and it came out on a PS4. Can't believe that game runs on a PS4. Unbelievable, man.
I gotta play
Unreal.
it again.
I'm re-downloading part 1 as I speak. I want to do it like in a row.
Yes,
yes.
I've been going on a course change of like playing a bunch of old story shit. Like I was convinced to play Dead Rising again, which was fun. I'm currently
Gorgeous.
I'm currently about 20% through GTA 5 story mode, which I'm
Nice,
like
buddy. I do want to. I started playing Cyberpunk last year in November. That game is actually brilliant now.
So did I!
Oh, isn't
You
it?
and I
goated?
started playing at the same time. It was fucked up.
It was
crazy.
amazing. It was amazing.
Isn't
I
it
am.
like voted?
It's phenomenal. It's a near perfect game.
fucking amazing.
I need to start playing it again because I played.
Right at the end. I'm like, I'm about to finish the DLC, and I've finished everything else except for the final mission. But I just haven't brought myself to do it because, like, I don't want it to end. Like, it's so good,
Dude,
I
that's how I was with Red Dead 2 when I was playing that game. I was, because it was that point where like you're playing as Arthur still, and it's like it's coming to an end, and I'm just like, I don't want to do it yet. I don't want to go back to camp yet. I know what's going to happen when I go there. I know what's going to happen. And by the way, that right there, that's the best time to do all those other side missions because it really feels like you're
right
close to
before.
that chapter. It's
That's what I'm
I
doing.
played that
One
story-
last hurrah.
I played that story fucking 4 times, man. I played that whole story 4 times. That's my favorite game ever, I think. Red Dead 2. Unbelievable.
I'm almost done, bro. I'm almost done.
Farewell.
I will
And then the whole other half is just John Marston. I'm like, yay, there's more. And I'm doing
John, come back!
Oh, dude. GTA 6, please. You gotta
Please,
be that good, man.
blow
You gotta
my
be that
fucking
good.
cock off, please.
Gotta be good.
Blow
Gotta
my
be good.
fucking penis off. I need that game to break my brain. Oh,
Speaking of blowing my penis
Right.
off, Cass, what was last week's poll?
that's such a good question.
Pull
Let
my
me go find it
penis
for you.
off.
We had a poll, boys. We had a poll
Pull
last
my
week, 2 weeks
penis
ago.
off, is that what you said?
Yes.
That's
That-
awesome.
Do
What's
that.
the poll? What's the poll? Why am I not being
so-
made privy to this? To the poll.
We do a poll question. We do a poll question every week.
We do a poll on Spotify
Yes,
every
but
week.
what is the poll?
Well, my good handsome.
No.
Is he really aura farming on our podcast? I can't believe this guy.
Dude, I aura farm every day, man. I fucking have the slut stream. going on. I got-
So, shut up.
Yeah.
The poll last week was what IP should get the Marvel Rivals treatment, which I believe you meant was just what should get a hero shooter.
Yeah.
Right. In second place, with 1 vote each, Malcolm in the Middle and The Simpsons.
Jesus Christ.
Yo,
So,
the Simpsons
that's
one
what
would
it'll
go
be
crazy.
You're not getting that Krusty the Clown support character. You're not getting that.
Dude,
Krusty
Graggle
Bob.
DPS, Graggle DPS.
Yeah.
Dude, Sideshow Bob Tank? Are you kidding me? With the fucking
I'm just thinking how fast I could crush your head.
Maggie
At least
Tank
10
is gonna be
seconds.
crazy. Maggie
I'm
Tank.
gonna fucking kingpin you from the end of board.
Yeah, fucking.
Dude, okay, like legit. Before you finish. Actually, really funny thing. Like on topic of that, there's an episode of The Simpsons where Graggle crushes Sideshow Bob's head, and this.
Next one, Cass.
Shut the fuck up!
Next one. Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
The winner is Seinfeld.
Yes.
Seinfeld will be getting the Marvel Rivals treatment.
Kramer, dude. Let's talk about Kramer, man.
Kramer's all is he yells the N-word, baby.
Dude,
The Law Factory map. Oh, crazy.
George would definitely be a healer. George would be a healer. He would go to people and he'd go like, "All right, I got some fucking Paisanos. There you go." And then Larry David is like the fucking.
Oh my god.
I won't even be here, man. What do you want?
Larry David support character.
I
I never said I wanted to be here. I never said that.
Jerry's ult is he laughs in the face of children dying, and then he gets killed in real life in a video game. That's what happens.
Whoa,
That's what happens.
Anyway, I gotta say, fuck Seinfeld.
The winner of that poll should have been. Oh fuck, I'm tired.
No, genuinely, The Simpsons would go crazy.
It would be a good Family Guy.
What did we say before? Smash Brothers would be an insane hero fighter.
Ooh.
Like running around as Captain Falcon, fucking punching people. The Markiplier.
Dude, Mario Hero Fighter would go crazy. They could totally.
It would go so cool.
They could totally do it.
Here's one.
Like,
Is there a Pokemon one? Is there a Pokemon one?
No, you're thinking of
again.
Pokémon Tournament, the fighting game.
Okay, because Pokemon would be good as well. I think that would actually be.
Here's
solid.
one for you.
Right,
Here's
makes
one
sense.
for the books. Here's one for you right here.
all right, let's hear it.
The library.
Back at the barnyard.
The books. He said for the
Unironically, DreamWorks, Kung Fu Panda, Po Tank.
Toothless means when their cooldown is not long enough, so the Master Shifu players get.
Oh my god, wait, this reminds me. Last thing I'll talk about, I think I told Cass about this. The Death Battle subreddit made up a fake Death Battle Rivals game, and they were just, and there was a solid 2 weeks where they were just posting fucking Lucario mains when DDD has his ult, and it's just like him getting disintegrated.
I love memes like that. It's like fucking.
It's like a window into another universe.
It's like Raiden when his secondary fire isn't strong enough to kill Chick-Hicks, and he's just like. It's so funny.
Folks,
Oh, right.
I'm going to leave
Good,
you guys
the bad, and the bruv. Fuck, man.
What a great
Thank you,
episode.
Tate.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Tate. Thank you, Mr. Star Wars Facts, man. Thank you.
Hey.
About Star Wars, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you. Speaking of which, go watch him talk about Star Wars.
I want to leave you guys. I want to leave you guys with a question.
A question?
Hey, what's up, bro?
What is the worst thing that you've ever come across on the internet?
Ooh. Porn. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're going to be here next week.
I have seen. Oof.
I've seen some
Okay,
live
that's
leaks
good.
that are like evil, man.
Yeah, I was going to say
I mean, yeah, that's the
weird
easy
shit.
one, but like, I got one that's a little. It's not like graphic, but it's fucked up. Have you guys ever listened to the last audio of Jim Jones?
No.
What is that?
I don't want
Jonestown,
to.
the Jonestown mass suicide.
Oh,
Everybody
no.
What?
Not the
So,
Jonestown
Jim Jones was like this
bullshit.
cult leader. He was like this religious cult leader. Basically, made a bunch of his followers drink Kool-Aid, and they all fucking died. It was like a whole thing. There's like one tape out there that's like his final sermon, and you hear people in the background like talking and everything, and you stop hearing them after. And it's like, ooh. It's like there was like, yeah, man, don't look it up.
Hey,
man.
have you
It's
never
fucked up,
heard
man.
of the Jonestown Kool-Aid
No,
suicide?
never. What the
Dude,
hell?
that's one of the biggest that's one of the biggest like American tragedies ever, man. That is
Hey,
like,
you haven't seen the studio, have you?
I know what
Well, I
you
was
put up
gonna
in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One I was thinking of was this isn't the worst thing I've seen, but kind of similar to Jonestown is Heaven's Gate. I don't know how many people have seen the
they wore
Heaven's Gate.
some
Oh,
fresh Nikes
dude.
though. They were
No,
looking tough.
dude. No.
No, but the actual worst thing I've seen on the internet I'm torn between two here. I've mentioned both of them on the pod. I think the worst. I haven't watched all of it. I've seen an abbreviated short version of it. Is the Bjork stalker tape? The guy who was recording himself. He wanted to send. Bad. He was so. It's a really this guy. I can't remember his name. It was Ricardo something. I can't remember his name. He was clearly mentally unwell, very socially awkward. It is kind of tragic because like apparently he was like trying to get better, but then he just kind of succumbed to his illness. He was obsessed with Bjork, and then he found out that Bjork had a partner, and he recorded himself for the better part of like I think it was like 10 months trying to make an acid bomb to send to Bjork in the mail.
What? Bro had a vlog.
Yeah. Dude, it's worse because this was like early 2000s. So this is like on a film camera, and like you can see
it's fucked up.
There's a date log on it, and it's just so uncomfortable. He's such a strange individual. There are times where he just like leaves the room for a place at a time, and like the camera is just on for hours as he's gone. You don't know what he's doing. And it ends with him. Imagine you recorded yourself, documented yourself doing something that heinous. What would you? And you knew people were going to see it, and your life was going to be ruined. What would you do in that scenario? I'll leave that up to you. I don't know why. I can't believe. Why did you ask this? Now I'm just really upset. Why did you?
I just asked. Hey, what's the worst thing you guys see? You didn't have to go into detail, man. I just said, hey, I saw the Jim Jones audio. It was fucked up.
What did you see? Yeah.
What'd you see, man?
It's this podcast called The Good, the Bad, and the Bruv.
That's real. That's real.
I do have a real answer. I just don't want to talk about it. I'll tell you after. Guys, it's been a great pod. Tate,
he's going back. Oh no, Bjork, what are you doing? No!
Bye, Simon. Oh, come on, man. We're going to have a great... We're going to have a great pod next week. Oh my God.
Guys on Spotify, we're witnessing Dom.
No.
If you support us on Spotify, thank you for doing your thing. There'll be a poll underneath. You can go vote on that. If you support us on YouTube,
I promise
that's the best way to experience the pod because you get to see our sexy little faces.
Hey guys, this week finally, Spider-Man 2 dub is finally coming out. Cass has
give me a fucking break, man. It's never coming out. It's never coming out. It's never coming out.
All right,
never.
Speaking of never, Jim Jones, he's never coming back.
Thank you guys for inviting me.
Tate, I'm so sorry we had to dig up a bunch of internet trauma in the last half, but hey, I thought it was.
I'm googling it right now. This is like.
I forgot, guys. Get the new hat, limited edition hat.
It's not that hat that he's wearing though.
Not this one. You can't get this one. It's my stiletto.
We do have
Thank you to the GoodBadBruv.
Thank you, Tate.
Bye, guys.
Change
we will never have Tate on again, folks.
Bye, everyone.
Unfortunately, can't do Tate again. Sorry.
I'm deleting the internet. Goodbye.
Bye.
Yay!
We did it!
The entity has been defeated.
No more internet. No more GoodBadBruv. See you later. Bye.